Let's see. So let's see. So it should be live, no? So start streaming, it says it is. Video manager. It'll be in live streaming, wouldn't it? Bruins Canes. Bruins versus Leafs. I'm not in the right area, am I? That's the thing, these live streams always start off so poor connection. Can you hear me? What's good? I need to know if you can hear me. Let me see. Let's see. I need to know if you can hear me. Let me see. Don't forget to change the title. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You see, I set up the events and it just doesn't work that way for me. Versus Red Wings. Live stream. Come talk hockey with me. Versus Red Wings. Thank you for telling me that. So it should be good to go. Oh, my poster's falling off the wall. That's great. But, unsupported resolution. You change the resolution. Yeah, poster's about to fall off my wall. And there it goes. I knew I didn't put that up right. I knew for a fact. Need to shut the door real quick. There we go. There we go. Alright, we're ready. I'm ready. Need to make sure the scoreboard's right. Don't forget to change the title. I did change the title. Looks good to you? Looks good. Need to know. Need to know if that title is updated. I can check my phone probably for that. And I have the flashlight app just commonly on because I'm an idiot. Wasting battery. Yeah, I changed to my room. It's go time, Jeff. It is go time. Should be a good matchup against the Wings. And they beat us last time. We beat them the first time. We killed them the first time. So I'm very interested to see how it goes this time. I changed to my room because I realized downstairs the sound. So yeah, let me adjust the mic. I don't think the sound quality down there is as good as it could be. So I was thinking up here. Plus the lighting downstairs. It's so bright. The Red Wings, they've been a mixed bag this year. They've been somewhat good, somewhat not good. I think they went on like a 6-game winning streak or something a little bit ago. I wouldn't say it's one of those matchups you get excited for, but I've never really liked the Red Wings. Ever, really. So, yeah. I wouldn't say they're good. I wouldn't say the Red Wings are good. I wouldn't say they're bad, though, either. I definitely wouldn't say they're bad. How's the quality of the stream? I'm really curious. Oh, I need to look up. Oh, hopefully Jack Edwards has been sketchy. He hasn't been posting the lineups, which has bothered me. I'm used to him posting the lineups. It's good. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the feedback. Yeah, the last video, a guy put a comment saying that like I should think about doing it in another room. I listened back and I was thinking he was right about that. For the pure fact, like, it is a big open basement, and the sound just bounces off of things down there. So I was like, I should try it in my bedroom. Plus, it's just a more comfortable area to do it in. Plus, I'm not sitting in a squeaky computer chair either. So that too. Now, let's see if he's posted these lineups here. I like it when he does both teams. Real Jack Edwards. There's actually a fake Jack Edwards. He did post on. What a guy. I'll go over the Bruins roster right now. So on the first pair, you got John Moore and Matt Grzelcyk. Good speedy pair there. Second pair, Krug and Carlo. You pair Krug with the better defenseman. Carlo, hopefully, he's probably 100%. They're being cautious with him. Jeremy Lauzon and Clifton, a young third pair. And they should be good against a team like Detroit. They should get very favorable matchups against Detroit's lower lines. Colby Cave, Marchand, and Pasternak on the first line, same as last game. Krejci, Heinen, DeBrusk, same as last game. Donato, Nordstrom, Achari. I think that might be the same as last game, too. Wagner, Corrali, Backus. Trying to think if this is different than last game. He usually posts them back-to-back. Something tells me that's not the same. Who sat last game? Bjork and Kampfer's out of the lineup this game. So, no Steven Kampfer tonight. Bjork was out last game. He's not back. I'm trying to think. Who am I thinking of? No, I think that's the same as last game. I think it is. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the same as last game. First line for the Red Wings is Dylan Larkin, Justin Abdelkader, and Anthony Mantha. That's a pretty good first line. Larkin's dynamic, Mantha's big, and Abdelkader is kind of, I shouldn't say it's a great first line. It's an okay first line. Second line, Andreas Athanasiou. Athanasiou, that's a tough one to pronounce. Centered by Nielsen, and on the right wing, Gustav Nyquist. Not a bad line. Third line, you get a little more, who are these people? Michael Rasmussen, Tyler Bertuzzi, Luke Glendening. Fourth line, Thomas Vanek, Jacob De La Rose, and Christopher N. E-H-N. N. Hope that's pronounced right. First pair, Nicholas Cronwall, Mike Green. That's an old pair. That is a very old pair. Second pair, DeKaiser and Nick Jensen. Third pair, Erickson and Cholowski. And in goal, Jimmy Howard. So right now they're honoring President George H.W. Bush, who died last night. 94 years old. It's pretty old. It's a long life. I wonder if they're doing this nationwide. I would imagine they are if they're doing it here. Means he lived through like World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, the Gulf War. He lived through a lot. He lived through a lot. And the moment of silence is over. It's nice to see Brandon Carlo back on the bench. It really is. It really sucked not having him in the lineup. Same with McAvoy and Chara. Those are three big holes to have in your lineup, and they're three of your best shutdown defensemen. And they're having a different anthem singer, Kara McEachern. They had a, oh my god, I'm forgetting the anthem singer's last night. He's been doing it a decent amount. I'm not good with names like that. Any thoughts on Nylander to people in the watching it? Any thoughts on Nylander? Think it's a good number, bad number? Should they trade him? What should they do? If you're watching, put a comment in the chat what you think they should do. Or if they should just hold him, trade him. Is it a good contract, bad contract? Too long, too short, just right? What you think? He's very underappreciated. I'm a big fan of Brandon Carlo. I believed him in even when people didn't believe in him. Saw him play in Providence, and I was thinking to myself, this could be a player. And so far, he's been a player. He struggled at first, but he's been a player. I think Leafs will keep him too. I like the contract. I wonder where they find anthem singers. Do they have contests, or do they just like look up people and send them invites? I'm really curious about that. Yeah, Carlo is definitely a good player. I agree. No question about that. No question. It's nice to get a game that they say it will start at 7 and it actually starts at 7. Is that Middleton celebration set back the game an hour? Who do you think is going to win and by how many goals? Bruins by 2. I think they should win against Detroit. They're at home. And I'd say 2 is a solid margin because you give them 1 and then an empty netter or something. But usually have the same 1 or 2. They have a Ortiz. She's like Spanish or something, but she doesn't sound Spanish. Her last name is Spanish. She did a good job. I think it's like Martina Lu. I don't remember. Tony Angeli. That's the guy who did it for the Bruins. Angeli. I knew that one was coming to me. Yeah, so I'd say Bruins by 2 goals. Art. Quick opportunity there by the Red Wings. Very quick opportunity. Out of play already. Stoppage 20 seconds into the game. He does have a flow. He does have some nice hair. It's a hockey player hair right there. Torrey Crew can rock that too. First line out there. Grizzlick and Moore out there. It's weird they moved Pasternak right in front of the net for the defensive zone faceoff. He's like where a defenseman normally would be, and they have Moore on the wing. And a giveaway right in front. Tuukka makes a save. And that should show you they're going with Rask here because they didn't give Halak the start tonight. That shows confidence in Tuukka right there. Just starting back to back with how they've had the starts to begin the season. That's confidence right there. Colby Tave takes a hard hit. Pasternak bangs the guy into the boards there. So do you guys think, I know there's not a lot of people in here, but do you have a thought on Buffalo? Do you think they're for real or not? What do you guys think about that? Because they've been fantastic early this year, and they've been messing up what people have predicted for that division so far. Wondering if they're for real or not. I have not seen them play since our second game of the season against them when we shut them out 4-0. But it's been a while, and they have a very young team, so the start of the season can really boost them up, and they're probably a completely different team. They calling a penalty here? Colby Cave going to the box. That's not a good way to start the game. It's a really not a good start to the game. Is that showing up the scoreboard? Can you see the time? Yeah, you can. Okay, ESPN, man. Coming in clutch there with the scoreboard. Detroit has a 20% conversion rate on the power play. Bruins have a 77% kill. So that means you got about probably like a 78% chance of stopping this then, I guess. Shot on the shorthanded opportunity here. I believe that was Carlo right there. Ripped a slap shot. Good to see him back on the ice. Very good. Buffalo's winning a lot of close games. I saw them play twice. Looked pretty good. I'll say they get the second wild card spot. Boston, Tampa, Toronto, Washington are the big 4 in the East. I think that's a fair statement. I think that's a very fair statement. I'm wondering if Washington, after going through the Cup run and once they get to the playoffs, wondering how much energy they'll have. I'm wondering how worn out they'll be because that's when the real effects of playing a whole season and a whole playoffs to the Stanley Cup will show. In the playoffs the next year because you've been playing so much hockey over a long period of time. It can catch up to you. People are saying it would be better to go through the Metro, but with the way the Bruins match up against the Capitals, I'm not sure that's necessarily true. Honorable mention to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a sleeping giant. I'm not even sure if they're in a playoff spot right now. But yeah, they're not a fun team to play against because of their talent. And even though like the Bruins have had their number historically in the recent years, it's still not a good thing to face Pittsburgh because of their front end talent. They're definitely beatable, though. No question about that. The Bruins can beat Pittsburgh. And I'd say they probably should beat Pittsburgh if they ever face each other. Pittsburgh's built kind of like Toronto in the way they're very front-loaded with offensive talent, and they kind of piece together their defense. I'd say Pittsburgh's front-end talent's probably more experienced and better, I'd say. I'd say they're better and more experienced, so I'd say I'd rather face Toronto than Pittsburgh. Plus, we have the mental psychology edge over Toronto. So I'd say that's one thing, too. I'm not saying Toronto can't beat us. I'm just saying it could creep in their minds that they can't. Ooh, good pass in front of the net by Sean Corrali there. The Bruins player in front couldn't get a stick on it, and it goes out wide. I agree 100% about the drag of trying 2 long playoff runs. Yeah. It really is tougher than people give it credit for. But when you play from October, well, you got to count preseason. When you play from September all the way into June, that's a lot of hockey. That's a lot of time to be playing hockey. And then you're back in September, so you get July and August off. And then you're right back into training camp. And then to go, let's say they go to another cup. That's like, let's see. So you play from June, you get July and August off. That's 10 months of hockey, followed by another 10 months of hockey. So that's about 20 months of hockey in 24 months. That's insane. That's an insane amount of hockey. And that's why Pittsburgh's back-to-back was so impressive. And why it was the first time it had been done in like around 20 years. Give or take a year or two. I think like the Wings were the last team to do it before the Penguins, no? Or Colorado. It was the Wings or Colorado. It was one of them. It's really hard to do. Moore wraps around and dumps it down into the Detroit zone, and that kills off the power play, so we survived that first one. I think the Pens are out right now, but I think they'll make the playoffs. Yeah, it's typical Pens. They lurk below the playoff line, they squeak in, and then somehow they get the second spot in the Metro. Very typical Penguins. David Pastrnak got the first line out there. Pastrnak gets stopped at the blue line, though. You know, I'm pretty sure Jeff Skinner of Buffalo might be at the top of the league in goals right now. It's either him or Laine or Ovechkin, because I know Pasternak's fallen down that a little bit. Not a lot. Let me look. It's Laine 21, Skinner 20, Pastrnak 19, Ovi 19, Point and McKinnon 18. So that's an interesting race. I feel like that's anyone's race too. Now you could favor Ovechkin because he's done it before, but I think I favor Patrick Laine. I think I do. I think Patrick Laine is winning that race. Because overall, I think Pasternak's an insanely good goal scorer, but I think Pasternak's game is more team-based and has more dimensions than Laine. Laine is always looking for that shot. Pasternak's always looking for the shot on the power play, but off the power play, he's not always looking for that shot. He's sometimes looking for the right play to make. You think Caps can repeat? They can. I don't think they will. I'm going to say no, they don't, but they can. It's possible. The Caps are a very good team front to bottom. And top to bottom, not front to bottom. So they can definitely repeat. I don't think it's likely, though. By the way, just curious, does this sound better than the videos I do in my basement? Does the bedroom sound better than the basement? Very curious in that, because you, Jeff, and you, Joseph, have listened to both. Does it look better? Because I have stuff behind me instead of just a blank wall. So that's probably. And Larkin's on a 2-on-1. He fakes the pass. He just looks at a pass and then shoots it. And Tuukka saves it. Tuukka Rask with a great save there. Keeps it a 0-0 game. Boston's on the power play. I forgot to announce that. I'm sorry. Marchand shot. Looking for a seeing eye shot. Ramps off the boards behind. Nothing doing. I like this better, to be honest. I do too. Just having the stuff behind me. Like, it's not just a blank wall. Like, you can see I got this Colorado ski map. I don't live in Colorado, but I've been there. I got Ray Bourque back there. Laine is going for the Cy Young. I think he's 19-3 right now. Holy crap. That's surprising on a team like the Jets. But then again, he always looks for the shot. Yeah, and Pastrnak looks for the pass too, so that's why I don't think he's going to win it. Ooh. Krejci with a good feed to Donato in front. Donato tips it, but Howard gets a good save. Bruins working around. Grizzly? No, Pastrnak. Oh, Krejci off the side, and Pastrnak goes through his legs. What a shame. And sound quality is very good. That's good. It looks great. That's what I like to hear. I'm trying to improve the quality. That's good. The fact I can make it better without having to spend money on anything. Larkin thinks he got tripped, but I think he just lost the edge there. He's looking at the ref like, why didn't you call that? We'll probably never get a replay to know why either. Every time I look down, I think it says, can you give the Caps respect? I keep reading your comment, Joe, and it just looks like, can you give them respect? And no, they beat us. I'm going to move this down because that is apparently in the shot. I just realized that. That's not a good look. Fantasy and the Wings have killed off that penalty, by the way. Nordstrom pass cross in his own zone. That's not a great pass to see. Don't like that. Detroit tries to enter. They dump on Rask. He holds it, and we will get a whistle here and probably a commercial. Yup, a commercial. Pastrnak is much more complete player than Laine. He is. He is. If you're telling me who I'd rather have shooting the puck, though, I'm going to say Laine. That guy's got a cannon. I don't think there's a better shot in the league right now than Patrick Laine. I'm saying it's better than Ovechkin's. I'm giving the Caps no respect. I'm sorry, Joseph. I think Laine's got a better shot. Jeff, I try to get more subscribers, man, but people just have to wander in here. I've gotten like 9 in the last week, so I mean, slow gains, Jeff. A hockey channel like this isn't gonna explode, and if it does, it will be if I ever hit 1,000 subs. That's when the channel will get more recognition. Once you hit that number, a lot more people are likely to just jump on. It's a slow grind, though. I actually wasn't going to stream tonight, but I have a project due Monday, and I don't want to go out because then I'll stay up late or drink or anything like that, and then I'll be less motivated to do my schoolwork tomorrow. So that's why I'm streaming tonight, because I'm around, and it would be stupid to not, just because I'm watching the game anyway. The thing is, though, it says I have 4 viewers, but I'm wondering who lurks in here and doesn't, because I'm usually at 4 or 5 viewers all the time, at minimum, but usually only half the people comment. I'm wondering, do people actually listen to this and they don't comment? Because that's interesting. That's true. I'm going to the Patriots game tomorrow. Yeah, that's another thing. I can't go out. After this game, I'm probably going back to writing my paper. Joseph, you remember my life better than I did. Oh, they're showing the Donato game winner again. What a goal that was, honestly. Leafs put a crazy Leaf tag or subject line. My stream is just talking about the William Nylander contract, nothing else. It's 3 straight hours of Nylander. Should we have signed him? Should we trade him? Just act like a Leafs fan. That's how you get views on YouTube, though. If you're a Leafs fan, you're getting views, man. That is the team. That is the team everyone cares about. Bruins fans, at least in my experience of looking at Bruins fans and like studying the fan base, they're very much like, I don't know, they all have their own opinions, and they're very hesitant to listen to other people's opinions. And I respect that because they're very knowledgeable fans. Hi, Hannah. Oh, hi, Hannah. Jeez. You're lurking. Okay, I see how it is. You're the one lurking. You don't seem like a lurker. You seem like a very much someone who comments and like is very involved. Cool about Pat's game. I don't live far from the Patriots. I live like 20 minutes away. With traffic for tomorrow's game, though, it'll be like more like 40, 45. If that. Probably not that long. But, yeah. Big Patriots fan. It's going to be my 3rd game this year, actually. I live so close. I'm fortunate, too, to know people and all that. Like, my buddy turned 21, and his family has season tickets. So, he brought me, and I went with him and his parents to the game versus the Dolphins earlier in September. I went to that one. Leafs do draw views, man. That is the team that they just love talking Leafs. That's the thing. And plus, Toronto, all they have is really basketball, their MLS team, and hockey. 3 very different sports with different fan bases. It's not like here where, well, they have the Blue Jays too, but Boston sports, it's a lot more about all the teams than just one, which is why people are hesitant to just focus in on one thing like this. Whereas Toronto, it's that is the team. If this was a Patriots channel, I'd probably have a lot more viewers. But I don't know football as well as I know hockey. I know football well enough to do a little, but I don't really want to do it. I like to enjoy football and just watch it. I'm not knowledgeable enough to talk about it. You live in Canada, don't you? Don't you? Oh, Krejci gets a shot from the slot, but it's deflected. Don't you live in Canada? I thought you lived in Canada. Ooh, floater on net, and Howard slows it. I'm gonna go eat. I'll be back hungry as hell. Oh, that's respectable. I can't blame you for leaving for food. No, Joseph, you're supposed to eat before Bruins games. What are you doing? Unacceptable. Get your ass back here. Jeff has still yet to answer me if he lives in Canada. Maybe Jeff left too. Maybe he saw the comment about food and he was like, I need to get something to eat as well. Oh no, there it is. There it is. Plus, Canadians are crazy about hockey. Don't you live in Canada though? I'm really curious, Jeff. Do you live in Canada or are you an American? I thought you were a Canadian. Yes, you are a Canadian. Okay. I could have sworn you said it another time or something. Yeah. I actually get sharing a little analytics here because I check the analytics on my channel. I get more viewers in Canada than I do in America, and I'm based out of I'm south of Boston, so that's kind of surprising to me. Oh my God! I think back is just Heinen just missed an empty net. Stumbling over words. 35% of Canadians. Wow, really? I knew most of you were there. I knew that was the most popular. I didn't know it was that high of a percentage. Then again, a lot of those provinces are kind of extremely far north. So that actually does make sense. Larkin is a scary player. I wonder how he'd be with an elite winger like a Pasternak. One of the many great young players who come from the NCAA. I wish I saw him play in college. Sadly, though, those Midwest teams don't always come around, or I'm not always available to see them. I'm eating while watching. Smart move. Smart move. My guess is Joseph actually went somewhere to get food. Abdicator. Mantha somehow gets that. Mantha, I think, has had an okay year. I know one of my friends, like one of my buddies in real life, was saying he wanted to trade for Mantha. I wasn't with him on that, but he must be having a decent year. My friend said that. He must have done something. Proud Canadian, but my son-in-law is from Boston. Nice. How do you become a Boston fan? I'm just curious. You are a Boston fan, right? You're not a Leafs fan, are you? I think you're a Boston fan. Jeff, you gotta clear this up with me. I need to know. I need to know a little more about you and your fan base. How you came here. I demand to know. And I think he's offsides. Yeah, he's offsides. So some good chances for the Bruins here. Detroit has had a few good chances as well. Nothing not as good as Bruins. Pasternak does it through the legs, Deke, and turned over. Thing about more Canadian viewers than USA for you. Wow, I know, right? And I'm like a Boston channel. I'm based out of it. It's insane. I'm telling you, it's because Canadians, that's like their thing. It's hockey. Here it's like football, then it's baseball, and then it's basketball, and then it's hockey. So you got 3 sports that are more popular here. I'm not even sure what baseball is, to be honest, at this point, but I'm going to give it the edge because it's America's pastime. Yeah, I thought you were a Leafs fan. I honestly did. So you just watch these to talk hockey then. I respect that. Yeah, it's just, this is like the 4th most popular sport here, so it competes with a lot. And plus, these streams, once the Patriot season ends, and it's just the Celtics and the Bruins, then more people will follow the Bruins, more people will watch this channel. That's how it's gonna go. My channel didn't exist last year at this time, but I assumed it was going to be tough sledding viewership-wise during this time, just because of how much is going on. You got the holiday season, you got all the holidays, you got football. The Patriots are king around here. They're the most popular team by a mile. The Red Sox are just in the playoffs. They went on a deep run. So until like January or February, the Bruins are kind of on the back burner. The talk radio shows don't even really talk about them that much unless something big happens. Like, they talked about their injuries a little the other day, but if they didn't have injuries, they wouldn't be talked about. They get mentions like, oh, they're doing steady, or they're doing okay, they're doing good. If they were doing what the Sabres were doing on a 10 to 12 game win streak, I bet it would be more talked about. But because they're just doing solid and what was expected, they don't get the type of coverage. Hockey is 4th in the USA, but #1 in... Yeah, it is. Exactly. That's why I do these. I like to talk hockey. That's why, like, I'm not like... I try not to just commentate on the game, because you could just watch the TV and see that. This is for hockey talk. That's why, like, any questions you have about anything, I'd answer. Any teams you're interested in, anything like that. Cam Atkinson is 8th in goals. That is surprising to me. He played at Boston College. He's from Connecticut. Didn't know that. Who else is surprising in the top 20 for goals? McDavid and Draisaitl both have 13. Draisaitl's having a good year. I think he might actually be worth the money. Yeah, Jeff, I started this channel in March. And I actually did video games on this channel before. I did NFL, and I did NFL franchise mode, and then I did Hockey Ultimate Team on the hockey video game, and I just wasn't getting a lot of views. It was a lot of work. It was a lot more time than I had, because you have to edit those videos. You have to you have to play the game, so then you film. You have to pick out you gotta do a lot of editing, because there's a lot of downtime when you play video games. So I was like, you know what, I don't have the time for this, because I'm a college student. I got stuff I need to focus on. So I was like, I still want to do something where I can have like an audience and talk to them. So I just went, I'm going to do full-time hockey, because I kind of wanted to copy what Steve Dangle did, but I knew I wasn't like Steve Dangle with like the energetic personality and all that. I'm way more like serious, I guess you'd say, but I'm not that serious. Tavares is doing well. Tavares is on pace for his best points per game, I think, of his career. And I think that, I'm not sure if that has to do with him or the team around him, because Toronto is a very offensive team. The Islanders were pretty offensive too, but he has more help. Ooh, Marchand just had a silky smooth move. I'm telling you, we got 4 lurkers here, Jeff. I have 5 viewers. You're one of them, and you're the only one talking. Even just a hi to know, like, that I know you're here, because it doesn't tell me who's viewing me, and that bothers me. It says Joseph's still here, so he's probably just gone and left it open. Excuse me there. Because I have a hard time people just listen to this as like radio. Just surprised. I guess it surprises me. Maybe I sell myself short with how entertaining I am. But I'm not sure if that's the case. Dangle is fun to watch. I don't watch all his videos, because if I watch a Toronto game, I will watch his videos. If Toronto has like an insane scoreline, I'll watch his videos. They play the Bruins, I watch his videos. But ever since I started making the channel and like watching Dangle, you know, sometimes it frustrates me to watch him because of how good the Leafs are, and like my blood starts boiling. Because I'm like, oh, the Leafs. Because even though we beat them every year, their fan base, ooh, their fan base can bother me a little here and there. I'm the leading scorer on this channel. You are the leading scorer on this channel. You are. Cal's usually the leading scorer, but he's probably out doing something. Because I'm pretty sure he said he wasn't going to be around. I know Damon said that too. I like the hockey guy. The hockey guy is kind of more like my tone, except a little different. I think Crowley just tripped a guy. Yeah, he did. Penalties coming up. Capitals are good too. The Capitals are a good team. I respect the hell out of the Capitals. Joseph, you remember in the streams in the playoffs, I was cheering hard for the Capitals to win the Cup. I was right there with you for the Capitals to win the Cup. Another thing, Jeff, I started in March. I did the videos for the Bruins until they got eliminated in April.
So that's about 2 months. I did streams a few times, not too often, in May, and I'm not even sure if I did one in June. Then I took the whole summer off and uploaded very few videos that summer. And then I just started back up in October. So really, I've only been active for probably like 5 months. So the channel's come a long way in the 5 months I've done it, even though it's existed since March. What am I talking about? October, November, and now December. It's a little more. Dangle is on Sportsnet sometimes now. Yeah, and he does a good job. He was on the radio today, but obviously I'm not in Canada, so I can't listen to that. I don't think there's a way for me to listen to that since I'm in America. I wasn't planning on listening to it either because it was during this game. I always told you I was going to jump off cliffs. You did tell me you were going to jump off cliffs. Obviously, you were exaggerating, but you never know these days. You never know. Bruins are in the penalty kill, though. And so far this game is lacking good offensive opportunities. But don't sweat it. They're coming. Detroit's going to break down. Bruins will go forward. It's not like that. It will happen. It's going to happen. Oh, Wilson's hit. I actually saw that in a GIF, and I didn't get a good view to see if he hit him in the head. Yeah, it looked like he got him in the shoulder, but it's from behind, and people like to pick on Wilson. At first, I thought it was dirty. Then I saw the GIF again. I thought it was clean, but I didn't get a really good view of if he hit the head or the shoulder. So I don't have a firm opinion on that, but I want to say he's innocent, but he did hit him from behind. So I mean, didn't he get a match penalty for that? I think he got a match penalty. Could be wrong. I thought he did. Could have sworn he did, to be honest. I could look at the box score and see if he got a penalty. Fact, I will. So let's see. Channel's doing great. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. I try my best to be entertaining, even if I'm not. Ooh, Detroit hasn't had a lot of opportunities on this power play. Bruins have controlled them. And they're about to dump it here. Yup, get it low. Oh, he goes for a short-handed opportunity. Jake DeBrusk down the right wing. Get a shot, bud. Ooh, good save by Jimmy Howard. The blocker save. That ought to be the... Yeah, he got ejected. I thought he did, too. I didn't see that live, but I saw it, and I thought he got ejected. Alright, so Corrali's back out of the box. Got a shot. Low shot. Bad rebound given up by Howard there, but no one to collect it for the Bruins. Yeah, I'm with you on Wilson, too. I think that was a little harsh. Maybe a penalty for a late hit from behind. Ejected, I think, was a little harsh. Kaiser, slap shot, rockets off our ass there. He got a match penalty? He did get a match penalty. I thought so. I did not see it live, and I've been busy today writing that paper. So, yeah. Some things get by me during this time of year where I'm, like, doing schoolwork. Like, I had to do, like, last year when I was doing the channel and I was doing all the videos during the playoffs, I was so much more up on my schoolwork because I knew I had to make the videos, and I knew I couldn't wing it and not make videos for every game. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that comment. I really do. I know you find me entertaining. You're here for a lot of these streams, and I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, no goals yet, though. No goals yet. If you watch as much hockey as I have, though, you got to be knowledgeable. If I wasn't knowledgeable, I think I would have been brain dead watching all the games I've watched. I haven't been watching as much non-Bruins, though. Because, like I said, I fall even under the American stereotype as football. I watch a ton of football, and then I follow football during this time of year. And then once it gets in the spring, it's all hockey. It's over. It's all hockey. But now it's like a mix, football, hockey. With, I follow the Celtics. I don't watch the Celtics game to game. The NBA, I just can't be bothered in the regular season. And I know that's kind of how some people act about the regular season in the NHL. But that's how I act about it in the NBA because the sport's less interesting to me. Showing this really intense cops commercial right now of them pulling people over. And then that's probably a drunk driving commercial. Take the keys, ride, share, drive sober. Noted. The ripple effect. Drunk driving, man. It's so stupid. People just shouldn't do it. Yeah, people are joining. There's 7 people in here now. 7 silent people, though. That's a thing. They're just observing. It peaked to 9, but then it shoots down. I'm surprised Hannah hasn't came yet. Joseph, you missed it. She commented and then she left. She said hello there, and then my viewer total went down by 1. I was like, oh, she's gone. She was here briefly, Joseph. Yeah, that was a great saucer pass to Jake DeBrusk. I wish I could see who did that. The angle didn't show it. So Pasternak goes there. He takes a stick in the face there by, I think, Chalowski. Is Chalowski in the box? He is in the box for the high sticking call. That's probably where we got the commercial. Nesson does that. New England Sports Network, the channel the Bruins are on, where the penalty will happen. They'll go straight to commercial. They'll come back from commercial, and then they'll show you the penalty. So you gotta wait like a minute to figure out what happened if you didn't see it. It's kind of annoying. Is what it is. 3:30 left in the first. You can probably see that on the scoreboard down below. Oh, one-timer by Krug. I actually called that before he even hit it. And Detroit gets a dump out of the zone here. Bruins must score early. It's going to hurt them in the long haul if they don't. I hope you're wrong, but they're on the power play here, so I hope you're right that they score early. Pasternak throws on the post from behind the net, so I don't think that's a true post. I do need to get a cookie, though. My brother made cookies. And that's not a thing that happens often. So once this period's over, I may go downstairs and grab a cookie. I hope you understand why I leave for a minute or two. Cookies, man, they're not always cooked, and it's coming to the holiday season, so they will be cooked more, but we're yet to be there, so I gotta get them before the rest of my family snags them. Now I want a cookie. Bake one or find one. Go to the store. I don't know. Don't go to the store. I'll lose a viewer. Actually, leave your laptop open with my stream on. Put it on the charger. Go to the store and then come back. Then you have a cookie and you were giving me the view. That's the master plan right there, Joseph. That's how you do it. I just asked that. Funny. Are the Bruins on Nesson there? Yeah, they are. Yep. Jack Edwards and Andy Brickley. Very entertaining announcers. They're very biased, obviously. If you follow them, you know. But if you're a homer and you watch them often, they're charming in a way. And I know that sounds strange, but when you just hear snippets and you don't watch them regularly, they sound like complete a-holes. I guess that's the simplest way I can put it. But if you watch them often, they're pretty good announcers in my opinion, and I enjoy them, and I wouldn't want to have anything else. And that's a Boston's fan opinion that isn't the most popular. Well, outside of Boston isn't popular. They're adored here. I think Jack Edwards lives in New Hampshire. I think he travels over an hour just to get to the games each day that they're on. I know he's like big into skiing too, which I'm looking forward to going skiing soon. Love skiing. I love winter. Just it's such a pretty time of year. 2-on-1 with their wings here. Ooh, Glenn Denning with a good look off there. Big save by Tuukka. And Tuukka is looking like he's in form, and that's nice. An in-form Tuukka is a good Tuukka. John Moore. John Moore's been fantastic. I really like the signing of John Moore. Now, that's a quality defender for a good contract. Quality. That's what it's about. Quality, and like the contract is just good. He's definitely worth it. I honestly didn't know much about John Moore because he's a very quiet stay-at-home defenseman, even though he had a lot of overtime goals last year. Edwards is crazy biased. Yeah, he is. But he's ours. So we love him. I will not... I understand people's opinions of Jack Edwards. If you're not a fan here, he probably is one of the most annoying people ever. But, you know, love him. Mantha, and 38 seconds left in the period here. How much of a difference is that from the clock down there? I can't even read it. 17:10, so that clock's a little behind, actually. "24 seconds left in the period. And it looks like we might get an opportunity. No, they have a lot of people back. Jake DeBrusk is going to look for something. Cave throws it across boards. John Moore puts it on net. Good leg save by Jimmy Howard. It tips in front of that. Holy crap. How did that go in? Cholowski just directed that into his own net. Wow. David Backes just... Where's Cal? Where's Cal? He was talking about David Backes a ton the other day. So, good save by Howard there. Goes to the boards. DeBrus throws a backhander on it. Cholowski puts his stick out there. So, Cholowski chips it up the boards. Backes puts it up towards the net. Cholowski goes to bat it out of the air, but he bats it in his own net. That's insane. That's insane. I can't believe he did that. And Art, they did score. So, you're the one lurking. I see how it is. You're lurking. Caps need to send Copley back down and trade for a better backup. I haven't seen him play to know, but I'm going to have to take you at face value and note that. I can look at his stats, though. So we go up with a bizarre goal at the end of the first period. So we scored early, like Joseph said in the game. First period, early goal. Not early in the first, but we got a goal. And we go up 1-0 into intermission and a pretty okay period. That's all I can say. It's okay. Not great, not bad. It's okay. Let me look at his stats, though. Washington Capitals. Let's do a deep dive into Joseph's club's stats right now. Let's take a look at the Washington Capitals. Since he's here often, we should give his club a look. And wow, Tom Wilson has 7 goals despite being suspended that long. He has 7 goals and 9. He has 13 points in. Joseph, I didn't know he was doing this good. 13 points in 9 games for Tom Wilson. If he produces like that the whole year, that contract is definitely worth it. Let's see. Who else is having a good year? Ovechkin, 19 and 12. That's very good. That is very good. Oshie, 9 goals. That's solid. Backstrom, 9 and 23. That's a decent amount of goals for Backstrom this early in the year, to be honest. It's not a bad total at all. I should go to points, not goals. Points, Backstrom with 32, Ovechkin with 21, Carlson with 27. That's very good total for a defenseman. What's that, like a point per game? That's 3 over a point per game. So John Carlson having a fantastic year. Evgeny Kuznetsov, 22. Anything notable about his stat line, really? 22 and 19, so he's over a point per game, too. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, plus Tom Wilson. 5 players over a point per game on the Capitals. That's impressive. I shouldn't sleep on the Capitals, I guess. If you guys are producing like that, 5 players over a point per game right now, that's impressive. A lot of solid point producers. You have 10 guys over 10 points. I'm not sure if the Bruins have that. No, the Bruins have 6. So the Capitals have 4 more guys than the Bruins who are over 10 points right now. Then again, we have a lot of injuries, and I think McAvoy would be up there. McAvoy would definitely be up there. But two of those guys have significant injury time, Kuznetsov and Wilson. I'm checking Copley. Don't worry, I'm getting there. Save percentage. Let's see. Wow, my phone decides to not work. Washington. 899. That's not good. That's not that good. You're 100% right. 3.06 goals against. It's not like... It's bad. It's not, like, shocking, but it's bad. Definitely isn't good. 5 wins, though. He has 5 wins, though, Joseph. How many losses? 5, 2, and 1. So you're winning with him. That's a good record with a goalie with those type of stats. Imagine if he had better stats. So maybe give him a few games if you keep winning with him. But, yeah, definitely not a stat line you should like to see. If that extends for a long period of time, that's definitely going to be something that you're going to need to address. And I expect a team like the Capitals with big aspirations, they're going to try to do that. Because the rest thing, come back to the rest thing again. If you play Braden Holtby mid-60s to high 60s in games, maybe even 70, you're probably not going far in the playoffs if you have to ride him all regular season to get a good seed. So if Copley isn't delivering, you're going to have to find a backup. Otherwise, you probably are less likely to go further. I like winning, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I agree, Joseph. It's definitely about how you perform. But he definitely gets more leeway if the team's coming out on top and he's in the net. It's a thing. If your team's winning even despite a bad performance, you might just ride it out to see how long you can ride it out. Yeah, behind the B is something great. I'm not sure if every team does behind the B, which is basically behind the scenes look at the Bruins locker and what the Bruins do off the ice. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful series to watch. I don't watch it religiously, but I do catch some episodes here and there. Every team should have it. I don't think every team does though, but it's such a good series to watch. If you even, I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube or online outside of just NESN. So if you're interested, I recommend it. You'll like the Bruins more if you watch it. I'll tell you that much. Oh, so many goals. Joseph, I completely get that. I 100% agree with you. And if he continues to play bad, you guys probably will get a new goalie. So I think right now, though, you're in a good spot, though, where you have that luxury of having such a good team around him that you can win despite him. And once the playoffs come, he's not going to play at all unless you get an injury. In most teams, if your starter gets injured, you're probably not going that far. Rarely do you do, unless you're like Matt Murray and the Penguins. Then you go far. The Capitals are comfortably at the top of that division. I shouldn't say comfortably. They're 1 point above the Blue Jackets. Carolina's in third. Rangers in fourth. So Carolina's a playoff team right now. And I called that in my review of the Carolina Bruins game. So, yeah. Did I just change the channel? No, I did not. Can you check out Holtby's doing? I can. He was right above him. I just didn't look at that because I was focused on Copley. 917, which is solid. 276 goals against. Also not that bad. Also not that bad, Joseph. So I'd say that's solid. I'd say that's solid goaltending by Holtby. You guys definitely don't have, like, great goaltending, though. So you guys have been winning despite that. You guys definitely have the points. Is there a way you can check just your stats in general? Is there team stats I can check? Yeah, Yahoo doesn't have team stats. You want to know who's number 1 in the league right now at save percentage, though? Yaroslav Halak at a 936. Number 1 in the league. Above Freddie Anderson, above Pecorine, above John Gibson, above Vasilevsky. And Tuukka Rask is 18th at 917. So Tuukka Rask has the same save percentage as Braden Holtby. Bruins have 2 goalies who have a better save percentage than same or better. So the Bruins are getting good goaltending, which is key with defensive injuries. There's a lot of weird names in the top 20 of the stats right now for anything because of how early it still is in the season. About 25 games in for most teams, and that's still not that far. They're having an interview with David Backes. And they're having technical difficulties, and you cannot hear either David Backes or Alex Kramer. Yeah, they fixed it, though, so they'll probably get it up in a minute or two. Looks like there's a decent crowd. I didn't really focus. Usually that's not what I focused on, is how many people show up. Yeah, he's doing fine, but he can improve. I agree. He's doing fine, but he can improve. Yeah, that's an amazing goal that the Bruins got. I can't believe they actually got that with 3 seconds left in the period. That's so unfortunate for Detroit. But you apply pressure, you put pucks on net. David Backes puts a puck on the net, and he gets a goal. I should probably message Cal on Twitter and tell him David Backes scored. I think I'm going to because David Backes. Cal has me on Twitter, so I can just send him a message that said Backes scored. He'll probably appreciate that. Any other questions? Any other teams, players, or anything you want me to look at? I got the time during intermission. I don't really listen too much to the intermission talk of the NESN crew, even though they do a solid job. If I'm streaming, I talk. Did Nylander didn't play tonight, did he? I know he signed today. He didn't play today, did he? Let me see. Cal. Oh, I sent Cal the message that Backes scored, so he knows. He knows. Such crappy commercials. Honestly. Swear to God, everything's like cars right now, or like presents you should buy for your children that I don't have. I don't got children. I can't afford a car. I'm 20. I can't. No, can't afford a $30,000 car. That's not happening. I'm not buying presents for children either, so that's not happening. Coors Light commercial. Can't buy beer. Not legal for me in this country. That's not happening. What else isn't happening for me? Brought to you by Hyundai. I can't afford a Hyundai. Holtby's very solid. He's very solid. I respect Braden Holtby. I do. He's a good goalie. I was just about to look something up and I just went blank. Oh, more car. I swear to God, hockey commercials are all car commercials. It's like they just think we all have money to go out and buy a new car. Or I could go Boston and say car. Get in the car. This one's an awkward commercial too. It's like two old guys and this really young girl, and they have this really awkward banter. The scoreboard didn't update. I can fix that. Yeah, it didn't update. You're 100% right. Let me see. There you go. It updated. It updated. Can I scroll down? Can it show anything? I can do it like that. That way it shows. Does it show who scored the goal? Will it show who scored the goal? Did I angle it right? It did. There you go. There you go. Later. Installed. Remind me tomorrow. Little update thing there. Nylander didn't play. I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Jeff, are you watching the Toronto game while you have the stream on? Just curious. Montreal right now is sitting at 27 points, 5th in the Atlantic. They're outside of the playoffs right now. They're 4th in the wild card race, so there's 3 teams ahead of them. The Bruins, the Rangers, and the Islanders. And Ottawa's tied with them too, so Ottawa's lurking. I'd say no either. They have a murderer's row in their division. It's if they make the playoffs with Tampa, Buffalo, Toronto, and Boston in their division, props to them. They're probably not. 21-year-old drinking age is crazy. Yeah, it really is, to be honest, because I last year I lived at college, and yeah, it's very hard to enforce that law. And if you're a college kid, you know other college kids who are over 21. If I wanted to get alcohol right now, I easily could, and I'm 20 years old. I'm not 21 yet. It would just be, it's so easy for me. It's not even funny. Like, it's, the only thing is I can't do it in public, basically. So the law doesn't really affect me too much, but if I wanted to go out to like a club, or if I wanted to go to a bar and I really craved that, it would affect me. But at the same time, I have friends, I don't have one myself, but they get fake IDs that say they're older than they are, which is, you obviously know people have done that, or you yourself have done that, so you can get into places. I don't do that because I don't really like crave that environment too much, and plus I can wait for it. Life's long. I'll get an opportunity to do it at a certain specific time, so I'm not rushing into that. But it's just such a silly law, because once you're 18, you're legally an adult in every way, shape, and form except where you're allowed to go. And it's insane to consider someone an adult and then not give them rights like that. That's a conversation that, like, obviously I'm just a hockey streamer. What do I know? But it's my opinion. It's my 2 cents. Buffalo is squeaking out a bunch of wins. That's how you do it. You squeak them out. But Buffalo, I really wish I could talk more about them, but I have yet to see them play besides when we beat them 4-0 in their home opener. So I'm pretty sure what I saw is a completely different Buffalo team. I will say this much, though. I'm a huge Jack Eichel fan because he played at BU. BU is my favorite college hockey team. And they just churn out good players. Clayton Keller, Matt Grzelcyk, Charlie McAvoy, Jack Eichel, Evan Rodriguez, who is also on the Buffalo Sabres. There's more all throughout the league, really. Kevin Shattenkirk. They produce players out of BU, and that's why I enjoy them. And they're in Boston. I don't like Boston College at all. So I'm a big Jack Eichel fan, so I'm glad to see he's doing well. I think he's every bit as good as Austin Matthews. I just think he's been dealing with injuries early on in his career, and he's had a tougher time because of what Buffalo is. I think Toronto's a better team than Buffalo, to be honest. I think Buffalo's kind of faking it a little right now. I don't buy them completely, but I think they're a good team. I think they're a playoff team. I don't think they're as good as the Leafs, Bruins, or Lightning. Sorry about that again. Want the Caps to play the Bruins in the playoffs. It'll be a good series. I don't want that. We'll get swept. We'll get swept or we'll lose in 5. The Capitals are a death sentence. I'd rather face Tampa, I think. Psychology, man. We don't beat the Capitals. That's just how it is. Move to Canada. I mean, maybe one day, Jeff. You never know. You never know where life takes you. Wouldn't be opposed to it. I'll tell you that much. Definitely wouldn't be opposed to it. Oh yeah, joint damage commercials. I also don't relate to that. You guys should have beaten Tampa. Absolutely not, Joseph. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We shouldn't have beat Tampa. I disagree with that statement thoroughly. I watched all 5 of those games. We destroyed them in game 1, and we definitely could have competed with them. I don't think we were the favorite team and should have beat Tampa. Disagree with that statement heavily. At 18, you can join the Army, but you cannot have a beer. I know, right? That's a common example used, and it says it all. You can die for your country, but you can't drink a beer in it. What is that? That's wild. That's what that is. And now, like, I think the cannabis stuff, the weed stuff, pretty sure that's the same way. I'm pretty sure that's also 21 here. I don't smoke or anything like that, but it just doesn't appeal to me. But that's definitely I think that's a 21-year-old thing. I think you gotta be 21 to get it. Jack Eichel is very good. Sorry if you're a big Austin Matthews fan, and I put him up there with your boy. That's just how I view it. I think he's every bit as good. I remember that draft was like McDavid, Eichel, and they were saying Eichel would have went first any other year. Imagine if Eichel was a year younger and the top 3 went Eichel, Matthews, and Laine. Would have been insane. Or if, like, Matthews was a year older, or Laine, Matthews was a year older. Matthews, Eichel, McDavid. I think Eichel kind of gets disrespected because he wasn't a number 1 overall pick. He doesn't have that pedigree. Like, being drafted number 1 follows you. If you live up to the hype and you're a number 1 pick, I think you get more acknowledgement than if you're not a number 1 pick and you put up those type of numbers. I think that's why Johnny Gaudreau doesn't get like the type of recognition that he should. Because Johnny Gaudreau is just as good as Patrick Kane in my opinion. And I know that's kind of stretching it, but like I think he's as much dynamic as Patrick Kane. Very similar play style. But he's smaller. He's a smaller build than Kane. And he also doesn't have the playoff success. Which I guess playoff success, I give Kane the edge. But if you're talking like right now, who would I want on my team, Gaudreau or Kane? I don't think you can go wrong there. I don't think you can. Johnny Gaudreau played at Boston College. I did not see him though because I did not have my license at the time, so I could not drive myself to those games. What if I could? But I wasn't that age at the time. Second period's about to start, and I've realized I failed to get a cookie at intermission. That will probably happen during a commercial break. Lots of hockey up here, yeah, because you have the juniors too. You got multiple teams. There's a lot of hockey here though. Don't get it wrong. Because like Providence College is right near me. Boston College is near me. Boston University is near me. Merrimack, a D1 program, is near me. They don't really produce many NHL players. UConn's not that far. There's a lot. UNH, UVM, man, they're not that close, but they're still in shouting distance. Northeastern, Harvard. Donato played at Harvard. Northeastern Gaudette, the Vancouver player, played at Northeastern. There's a lot of good. Like, there's 4 big schools in Boston that churn out NHL players. Northeastern, Harvard, BU, BC. Providence College is very good. UMass Amherst, hour and a half away. They're like probably I think they're a top 3 team in the country right now. The 3rd overall pick a few years ago, Cale Makar of the Avalanche plays there. He's a fantastic young player. Should be a good NHL player. There's lots of hockey here. And I just didn't shatter. I dropped my remote. Batteries came out. No big deal. I'm not changing the channel or the volume. So it's all good. Lozon drops Rasmussen at the blue line. Went for a chip and chase, and Lozon was having none of it. Wagner cross on. They should get an easy clearance out of here. Corrali tries throwing it, gets blocked. That was Backus, my bad. 52-42. You only see the 2, you might call it wrong. Wagner pins him on the boards there. Canada, exactly. Low shot, nothing doing there. Zone time 20 seconds. Sometimes they put up that zone time way too early. Or they'll put up like zone time 20 seconds as the other team's clearing it out. I think Bruce Cassidy got a haircut. His hair looks shorter. Looks like his edges are clean, like right here. I could clean those up myself. Wow, every head coach in the NHL has a bald spot. Blashill has one. I think that's his name, Blashill, for the Red Wings. I'd like to see BU versus BC game. They played last night at BU at Aganis. There was a video on Twitter. It looked pretty like a fun atmosphere to be a part of. I really don't like BC's arena, and their student fan base is kind of trash, to be honest. Plus, BC's really bad this year. Like, it's one of the worst BC teams in a long time. I saw them lose to St. Cloud State like 7-0. It was bad. St. Cloud's a very good team, but they lost 7-0. That's insane. It was like watching like a Pee Wee team against a high school team. It just wasn't close. Larkin, he goes for the shot, and Rask again. Tuukka Rask is on fuego in the last 2 games, last 3 games. I saw BC alumni plays BU alumni, so I saw McAvoy play there. I saw Eichel play. I saw Brian Boyle. There was a decent amount of players who showed up to that who are in the NHL. It was mostly NHL players, few AHL players. Ryan Donato was there because they didn't have enough players on BC to show up, so they had Donato go, which is pretty cool. Hockey's big here. There's a decent amount of hockey here. This is a good area for hockey. It just doesn't get publicly recognized like it should. Doesn't get the coverage. There's a lot of it that just doesn't get the coverage. You have to find it yourself. You're sick? Dang, that sucks, Joseph. I was sick a few weeks ago. It's not a fun time. I was dealing with being sick over the summer too a little. It lasted like a few weeks. It wasn't fun. Yeah, Larkin's done that a lot, where he'll look at the guy he's gonna pass to. Instead of passing to, he does like a blind shot, so the goalie doesn't expect it. But he's sacrificing accuracy for the fake, and he's not putting it in the corner. He's just throwing it on net. So Larkin might want to just actually put his eyes on the net, because he could have a goal if he did that tonight. Ooh, Lozon with a good step around move and gets a dump into the zone. I think Donato might get there. He doesn't. Oh no. Nordstrom got it. It worked out. Larkin is pretty good. Good wheels. He's got great wheels. A speedy player. Probably in the top 10 for fastest skaters in the league at open ice. Be surprised if he wasn't top 10. Hey, I appreciate that, Joseph. I love the support. It's probably like a good night to catch you for streaming on a weekend then. Because I wonder if it was a weekend and I was streaming. If you show up, if you weren't sick, you might be out doing something. You're in high school, I think, right? Yeah, you were talking about your AP classes and all that. Lozon dumps it in again. I don't think Bruins player's getting there. Forced the turnover, though. And the Bruins get it in the neutral zone. Who are the fastest in my mind? Grabner, Kapanen, Larkin, McDavid. Those players come to mind. Hagelin's fast. Cogliano's fast in Anaheim. Gaudreau's pretty fast. Those players come to mind. There's a ton of fast skaters in the league though. Some defensemen are pretty fast that you wouldn't know, because really when they're doing a lot of backwards skating, they don't drive the play in the zone a lot. So there's some defensemen out there who are probably really fast who don't get the recognition that I won't recognize, because they're usually either skating backwards or they don't break out the play as much, so you don't see it. So that's why, like, all those players, yeah, you've named all the players I named too, and then I named a few more beyond that. But those players come to mind right away. They really do. Yeah, Kapanen's very fast though. Fastest player on the Bruins is probably DeBrusk, I'd say. We don't really have like anyone who's extremely fast though. Like we don't have a burner. Jake DeBrusk is the closest to a burner we have though, I'd say. John Moore's a great skater too. John Moore, but he does a lot of backward skating. He does a lot of like possession skating. He's a clean skater. That's what I'd say about John Moore. I'm not sure how fast he could get, but I think he could probably wheel around the zone if he wanted to. If he played forward. Andreas Anastasiou of Detroit, I think, is pretty fast. I haven't seen him much tonight, though. He's been silent. I think he might be bigger, though. Ehlers, I think it's pronounced, is pretty fast in Winnipeg, too. He's very fast. Wasn't Kuhlman fast, too, for Toronto back in the day? He comes to mind for some reason when I think of fast players. I could just be mistaking him for someone else, but for some reason I thought he was fast. It's been a while since I've seen him play. I'm not sure if he's in the league still. Who else is fast? That's a good question. That's all I can think of. McKinnon, oh, that's a good one. Yeah, he's extremely fast. That's a great one to bring up. He's up there. He's definitely up there. Yeah, he should have came to my mind right away. He did not, though. More strength and speed, though. Yeah, that's why I was hesitant on him, because I remember, for some reason, his name just popped in my mind, but, like, I was hesitant because I couldn't remember for sure. Yeah, that's true. Corrali was supposed to be the third-line center in Boston. Didn't fit the role, though. He fits that fourth-line role. Were the Bruins predicted to win the Stanley Cup? In 2011? I don't think they were predicted to win it. I think they were definitely in the contenders category, though. I was only 13 at the time, so stuff like that isn't really what I remember about the Cup team. I remember watching them and cheering for them because I was much more of a fan than someone covering them. So like I wasn't on social media or anything. I was just turning on the TV and watching them. So it was a different way I watched the games back then. And good save by Tukov off of an awkward bounce off the boards and a rebound. But oh my god, what seed were the Bruins? I don't think they were the first seed. They got Montreal in the first round, the Flyers in the second round, Tampa Bay in the third round, and then they faced Vancouver. And 2 of those series went 7 games, and one of them was a sweep of Philadelphia. I know that because we beat Tampa Bay in 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals, kind of like the Capitals did. And it was kind of controversial at the time, though, because a lot of people thought the game was rigged, Game 7 versus Tampa, because there wasn't a single penalty called in the game, and Tampa Bay had an extremely good power play back with St. Louis, LeCavalier, Stamkos. They had Hedman back there, younger Victor Hedman. I think their goalie was Dwayne Rollison at the time, so like I remember stuff. But I don't remember specifically like how favored they were or stuff like that. Saw McKinnon play against the Canucks, he was flying, I believe it. I saw McDavid play and he just like, he was skating against Chara, went right around him and scored in like the first 3 minutes of the game. I did Hawks and Kings were favorites in 2011. I mean, probably, but they're both Western Conference teams, so like I'm not sure like how the East was besides that. I know Tampa wasn't supposed to be that great going into the year, but they were. I remember that. And another wacky goal. And the Red Wings tied up 1-1. Shot from the point, it got deflected somehow and went in. I need to see the replay to tell you how, though. Canucks were the favorites that year. The Canucks were the favorites. You're 100% right. But they had to get out past Chicago that year. Oh yeah, that shot just goes through the middle, and Bertuzzi gets a tip on it right as it comes to the net. Yeah, he sells like he got it. He got it too. They got worn down by the Bruins. Well, they just they couldn't win away. They got demoralized because of how we beat them. The home team won every game of that series except for Game 7. The Bruins went down 2-0. They tied it 2-2. Went down 3-2. Won Game 6 and then won Game 7. So like I remember a lot about it. I just don't think the Bruins were a favored team. They were definitely a contender though. I'm trying to think. I could look up the seeding. I can definitely look up the seeding. Let me look it up. 2011 Stanley Cup playoffs. So yeah, that goal, Tyler Bertuzzi just tips in front of the net off of a weak shot from the point, but the tip makes it beat Tuca. Unfortunate, but you know, it's how it goes. Stanley Cup Finals. I want the playoffs. How'd the playoffs go outside of the Bruins? First seed was the Washington Capitals, who swept the Rangers. Second seed was Philly, and third seed was Boston. So yeah, definitely a contender. And then Washington got swept by Tampa Bay. Philadelphia beat Buffalo in 7. That's probably the last time Buffalo made the playoffs, to be honest. Then we swept Philly, and in the first round we went 7 versus Montreal. Now I have 2 watching. It's probably just Jeff and Joseph, to be honest. The Bruins were an extremely good team top to bottom, though. They really were. Very deep. That's the thing. They had people like Michael Ryder down low. They had to deal with the Nathan Horton injury. Roll Tide. Bama just won the SEC. Not a big college football fan, but I'm glad there's not 2 SEC teams in the college playoffs now. So that's good to hear. Is Lucic done? I wouldn't want Lucic on my team. I don't think he's done. I just think with the contract, he's very... if he was on a contract worth what he's worth, wouldn't be as bad. But because he's on a very expensive contract, he's going to get scrutinized. That's the thing about money, man. It's good for your paycheck and your wallet. It's bad for the view of you as a player if you're not producing for the value of what you're paid. Which is why, like, Draisaitl gets criticized for his money. And Pastrnak is praised for how he performs on his money. Because Pastrnak and Draisaitl are very comparable players stats-wise. But Draisaitl makes more, so he's heavily criticized compared to Pastrnak, who makes far less than Pastrnak should make. Bad contracts get so overblown. Because you'll think a player who's on a player-friendly contract, because that's an extremely player-friendly contract for Lucic. He's getting paid to play hockey at a lower level than what he should be getting paid for. Dude, I think he was selling like 2 goals in the last 60 games going back to last year. Dude, it was bad. He's shot. He's not what he used to be. He really thrived on the physicality of the Bruins team. It fit him perfectly. It was like he was very good in our system. He got outside of the system and he just wasn't the same. That's how it is. Sometimes you play really good for a certain team, you move, and then you're just never the same. It's unfortunate, but Lucic was very good in Boston, playing under Claude Julien. Left the Bruins, wasn't as good. He still has his moments, though, and he can be a very influential player on the game and change the tide. Jack, I'd like to congratulate Bama one more time because it's hard to go undefeated in anything, and Bama just did it, and Bama's probably going to win the national championship, so you have that to look forward to. He was such a force on the Bruins as a Leaf fan. He was terrified of him. Dude, he put people through the glass literally in Boston. Shot from the point, not doing. He's done not so much since. Yeah, he really hasn't. Really hasn't. Lucic is one of those players I wasn't the biggest fan of when he was a Bruin towards the end. Like, I wanted him gone because he really just wasn't giving a lot of effort. And it really pissed me off because the team would struggle. And, you know, a player like Lucic can change the tide of a game with his physicality. And the effort level just wasn't there. So when Lucic got traded, I was happy because I wanted him out at the time. Controversial opinion because a lot of people love their players. Like McQuaid, I was fine with being traded. If you look at Bruins fan posts on Facebook and everything, a lot of people were upset that McQuaid was traded. But I knew younger players needed opportunities, which is why I wanted McQuaid to be gone. You might not have a guy like Lozon or Clifton, especially a guy like Clifton, get the opportunity that he was given if McQuaid's still here. And that's why I was fine and kind of wanted McQuaid to be traded. Because he can play for a team in the AHL, and the Bruins get a young guy an opportunity. And I think it's worked out well for the Bruins and McQuaid trade. As much as people miss him and his physicality, Colby Cave goes for a shot out of play. Is Bear Bryant still coaching the Tide? No, Nick Saban's coaching the Tide. Bear Bryant hasn't coached the Crimson Tide in a long time, I think. I don't remember ever watching Bear Bryant coach, to be honest. I don't watch a lot of college football, but I'm pretty sure it's been Nick Saban for the last, like, 10 years. Not 10 years, but, like, the last little bit. Who did the Bruins get for Lucic? They got a first-round pick from the Kings that year. And I think they might have gotten, I don't know. They traded Martin Jones for a first-round pick because we had Martin Jones for a minute, the San Jose's goalie. We had him and we traded him to San Jose. I don't remember. We got him from the Kings somehow. We got Colin Miller from the Kings. I'm getting really confused right now. Yeah, I know nothing about college football. I was gonna say, like, I thought that guy like retired like a long time ago, like before I might have even been born. But I need to look that up because we've had a few trades with the Kings. So yeah, Lucic deal, Colin Miller. We got Martin Jones from the Kings. I think we got Martin Jones from the Kings and then traded into the Sharks. We've had quite a few trades with the Kings, to be honest. Yeah, so like I'm having those all mixed up in my head, so I'm gonna have to Google that specifically. I think we got a first-round pick for Lucic, or we got Martin Jones for Lucic, or we got Colin Miller and Martin Jones for Lucic. All I know is that was one of the start of the downfalls of the Kings, I think, because I think that was 20. Yeah, I need to look this up, man. That's bothering me now. That is really bothering me now. That I can't think of it. Rasmussen was credited with that goal, not Tyler Bertuzzi, by the way. Yeah, that scoreboard is updated. Yeah. Oh, those Winter Classic jerseys are sexy. Really are. Milan Lucic trade. Let me look this up, because I can't remember it specifically off the top of my head. But he's involved in deals with the Kings. Milan Lucic. I didn't type in trade. I just typed in Milan Lucic trade. Milan Lucic traded to the Los Angeles Kings. Okay. It's been 3 seasons since the Bruins, so it's only been 3 years. And that's when the Bruins were like not making the playoffs. It was the first year I think they didn't make the playoffs. Or it was the start of their like 2-year playoff drought. That's not long, but whatever. I'll call it a drought. Let me see. Just prior trade to the we received. Okay, so listen to this. This is actually a steal. So we traded Lucic, got Martin Jones, Colin Miller, and the 13th overall pick. That's a hefty return for Milan Lucic. So all 3 of those things I thought were all in the same trade. I thought they were in different trades because it was just seemed like a lot. But that was one trade. We got Martin Jones, Colin Miller, and the 13th overall pick. Let me check who that 13th overall pick player was. Because I'm pretty sure that was the year we got Zaboral, Ascension, and DeBrusk. 2015 entry draft. Let's see. So that's a great haul, yeah. 13th pick, draft lottery selections by round. 13th overall was Jakub Zaboral, followed by Jake DeBrusk and Zach Ascension. Jakub Zaboral played a little, and he didn't look that great this year, but he's still fairly young. So a D prospect, Colin Miller, who's a solid defenseman for the Vegas Golden Knights right now. I kind of wanted him to stay on the Bruins. I want Kevin Miller going. But that's another story. And then Martin Jones, who's a good goaltender for the San Jose Sharks. So that's a great haul. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know who we got for Martin Jones. I know we traded him for a first overall pick. And the Red Wings put one on the board here. They're thinking it might be called back though because of contact on Rask, but that's not good. The Zebras are talking together in a herd right now. It'll be very interesting to see how they call it. It's definitely in the net. So let's see. You got Bertuzzi again on the ice during a goal. Red Wings player throws it to the slot. Back out to the point. Cronwall takes a low slap shot. And Vanek is all in Rask's grill. And you can make a real argument that Vanek pushes him over here. Let's see. Vanek. I think it's called back. Because as Vanek he clips Rask. And Rask falls back in the net. And then Bertuzzi bats into the net. So I think that's coming back. I think that one's coming back. Because Rask gets hit by Vanek. And Clifton's there, but Vanek keeps going into Rask there, and Rask falls back, and Rask tries to make the save. So it's not like Rask isn't trying, but he's unfairly clipped by Vanek there, and that should come off the board. It's definitely in the net though, so it's got to be conclusive in their minds that he hit him. I think Vanek hit him. They're announcing the challenge, so it'll be 20 minutes until we know if they score. It'll be 20 minutes because these things take forever. How did he get there? It's because He skated in there himself. He gets contacted. You hate to see goals like this, though. If it does stand. Yeah, he definitely initiates it. And Tuca can't readjust because of it. I think that comes back. It really sucks, though, because Vanek isn't going there to hit Rask, but he hits Rask. He skates in the crease, he gets bumped by Clifton, but he keeps going, and he's all in the goalie's grill. That shouldn't be a goal. He shouldn't, because he goes into the crease, he goes too close to Rask. Even if Clifton's not there, he's going to hit Rask's arm, because Rask, he isn't looking at Rask, so he, unbeknownst to him, he clips him. He doesn't know it. That should definitely come back. Yeah, because Clifton doesn't hit him into the goalie. He gets bumped by Clifton and then hits the goalie. Like, he proceeds himself into the crease. And Clifton's like, he's like, what is that? And I agree with him. I bet Bertuzzi thinks he should get it. He has a look on his face like he should get it. Yeah. Does it say how we got the picks? The 15th pick, Senchin, who was picked right before Barzal. Picked right before Barzal, Senchin. That one hurts to see. Yeah, we picked Zaboral, DeBrus, Senchin, and then Barzal and Kyle Connor and Thomas Chabot are the next 3 picks. That's brutal to look at, actually. No goal. No goal. None. Nada. Out of here. 1-1 game. Thomas Vanek, man. Not today. And these 8-year-olds are going crazy. Vanek didn't do that on purpose, though. Nothing against Vanek there. He didn't do that on purpose, but he did it. Cronwall is talking to the ref there. And he's trying telling Cronwall, I just want to help you in the draft lottery, sir. Go away. I'm trying to help you in the draft lottery. Go away. You guys shouldn't want to win these games. You should want Jack Hughes. Ugh. So, puck is back in play. 1-1, 9:30 left in the period. Dylan Larkin with the puck, always scary. And he turns it over, so I guess he's not. You got a good seam to Marchand. Marchand, one-touch pass here to Pasta. He doesn't have an angle. Throws it on net anyway. And Mantha is starting to break out. He's got Grizzlick on him. Grizzlick much smaller. Not going to win a physical battle with that man. But that behemoth of a man. Jensen throws it on. Tipped. Avlicay throws it around. Mantha with the puck behind the net. Let's go. Come on, get it out. Cave with a good block. Moore gets pinned. Okay. Still stuck in the zone. I'd like to know the zone time now because it's been in the zone for a minute now. Not literally, but it's been in there for a bit. Not kept in, cleared out there. Okay, there we go. Is that ice? Nope, no ice. Definitely wasn't ice. I don't know why I said that. Caught Pasternak on the breakout. Cave is driving the net. Pasternak turns it over, though. That's sad. That's sad. Carlo closes the gap there like a Brandon Carlo does. Good forechecking down on the boards there. Shouldn't say forecheck. That's not forecheck. And Tuca freezes it. We're going to commercial. Freaky, kind of some freaky goals here, you know, with the way Backus scored at the end of the first. The way, I think it was Rasmussen they gave it to. The way he gets the tip there off a harmless shot. And then that goal that's called back there. Which I agree with them calling that goal back. It definitely should have been called back. Good call by the refs there. There's 5 of you in here. None of you are talking right now. So I'm going to use this opportunity to go to the bathroom and grab a cookie. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, so I'm back. I am back. Sorry for a short break. I couldn't find the cookies. They're either put away or in hiding. Because that's the type of household I live in. They hide food. Corrali low shot. Nothing doing there. Nothing doing. Hate leaving like that because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I lost like 2 viewers there because I left. It's whatever though, I understand. I understand. Send a message if you're still here though. I'm curious to know who's watching. Jeff's been quiet. Joseph's been quiet. No comments in the last minute here. You're watching. Good to know, Jeff. Hashtag loyal. Bathroom break. Yeah, I needed it. I have this like whole water jug here. And it was like up to here. Now it's down to here. It just happens, you know. It was 2-1, now 1-1. Damon, they scored, but it was ruled goaltender interference because Vanek hit the goalie. So they took it back because it was rightly goaltender interference. Both goals, I'm not sure if you've seen them, were kind of weird. You had David Backes with 3 seconds left in the first, throw it on net, and the Wings defender tried chopping it out of air, but he chopped it into his own net. This period, the Detroit Red Wings scored off a shot from the point, tipped in by Michael Rasmussen, and it's been a tied game 1-1 until that goal that was called back. So that's what has happened, and now Bruins are on the power play, which I must have missed how we got the power play because I went for a bathroom break and now I'm back. But yeah, Bruins are in a good spot right now. I'd like to see them score before this period ends, but you know, if we go into the intermission 1-1, you can't really complain because you're not losing. I don't think we've outplayed Detroit significantly. I'd say we're definitely been the better team though. Might be biased in saying that, but it is what it is. I said it, sticking by it. We've been the better team. .40 seconds left on the power play. Feels like the Bruins lack dynamic offensive players outside of Marchand and Pastrnak, and it doesn't feel like Marchand's been so dynamic lately. I've been saying that the last few days, but he's been solid. He's been a good passer. He's made the right plays in a lot of situations. He hasn't been dynamic. I feel like outside Pastrnak, we've been lacking that dynamic forward. I'm not sure if we need it, but I'd like it to break down defenses, create havoc. Don't have many of those right now. I know Marchand can do it, and that's why it's frustrating. You would think, but they haven't announced anything like that, so, you know, maybe they're trying to hide something because it's something he doesn't want. Oh, my! Witkowski just laid a huge hit on Krejci in the neutral zone, like, big boy, like, trying to do what Scott Stevens did back in the day type of hit.
Oh my. Injury or illness. It's not like that. Krejci just got lit up though. That was surprising. You don't see a lot of people run at players like that. Not dirty. It's just he could have really hurt Krejci if Krejci didn't get. If Krejci got hit the wrong way there, definitely could have gone the wrong way. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Witkowski was in the lineup, to be honest. Oh, and here's a fight. You got Nordstrom versus Witkowski again. I didn't even think I read him in the lineup sheet. Nordstrom's trying to jab him, but they're tied up heavily. 6'2", 6'1". They're both pretty similar. Wow. Witkowski's at 21. Why'd they end it? Probably because none of them can get their arms free, but you love to see Joakim Nordstrom stick up for a player there. I'm pretty sure the Bruins have the most fighting majors in the league. And they both go to the locker rooms because it's close to the end of the second, or there's enough time to the point they wouldn't come back until the third. But nice to see Nordstrom stick up for his teammate there. He didn't really, nothing really happened in that fight though. I'd say Witkowski got more shots, if anything. Nothing you're gonna be looking up on YouTube to see them fight, but it happened. That's all I can say. It happened. It definitely happened. Did you see the Nordstrom Witkowski fight? Yeah, it happened. Let's look at the scores around the league real quick. Won't go into who scored and what that, but let's take a look around scores around the league. You have, that is the NFL, not the NHL. NHL, you got the Bruins and Wings 1-1 obviously. Winnipeg and New Jersey are tied 1-1. Columbus Islanders tied 2-2. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia tied 2-2. Florida beating Tampa 4-1 in the Battle of Florida. Maple Leafs are tied with the Wild 2-2. Coyotes up 1-0 on the St. Louis Blues. Nashville with a 3-1 lead on the Blackhawks. Ottawa beat San Jose 6-2 today. That's surprising. Dallas beat Vancouver 2-1 today. And later tonight we have Vegas Edmonton to look forward to. And when's Bergeron expected back? His injury, when it happened, they said 5 to 6 weeks. And we have not gotten an update since, so he should be 3 weeks away? 3.5, 4 weeks away? Let me look at that. Let me look at the date that was announced. And I'll do some quick math. I go to Roto World for injury stuff like that. They're usually pretty good with updating here. Yeah, they're showing Hickey in the last game knocked teeth out of Krejci's mouth. And he wasn't at practice yesterday because Krejci was at the dentist. And Johnny Boychuk actually, in between whistles, picked up Krejci's teeth and returned them to the Bruins bench. Which is wild. It's wild. The Bruins are definitely missing him, but we're getting by. Yeah, and Witkowski nailed Krejci, and then Nordstrom fought him because of it, which you love to see that from Nordstrom. Yeah, that hit last night, so he's gotten run into twice, and luckily Krejci's still on the bench, so nothing too serious, hopefully. Bergeron. Witkowski's known for that. He's the guy who got suspended 10 games for coming off the bench for a fight last year, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's the same Witkowski. I don't know many Witkowskis. It's probably the only Witkowski. Let me check the time when Bergeron suffered a rib and sternovascular injury. 4 weeks. So 4 weeks from the 20th. So we're a little over a week and a half into that. So you got about, I'd say, 3 weeks until you even get an update on Bergeron shot. And those type of injuries, they don't always heal the way they should. Nyquist went down. Friendly fire. Tipped, and that's going to come out? No. Corrali keeps it in. Oh, he gets taken down, though. Not a penalty. No penalty. HockeyBuzz.com. I've actually never heard of that, to be honest. I'll look it up during intermission or during the next TV timeout, commercial, etc., etc., etc. Detroit trying to start it from their own zone here. Tuukka plays it, more overplays it. Matha's going to take that puck off Grizzly. He does not, actually. Does not. Grizzly does well to not get bumped off and discouraged there. Is that a high stick? Yeah, that's a high stick. Whistle dead. Jimmy Howard.
Joseph, are you here? I see Damon's here, but is Damon, are you here in the chat? Curious if you two are here. And the Bruins get it. Marchand starts the breakout. Dumps and chases though. On Howard. Howard freezes it. And Marchand gets taken down from that. It's getting chippy out there. Cave is trying to push someone behind the play. And Rasmussen's like saying something to him. Wish I could read lips. I honestly do. What's up? Can you see who's watching? I can see who participates in the chat. So if you participate in the chat recently... Actually, Jeff, you're not even showing up in the chat for participants. I can see you're here. But when it says... I have a tab on the top right of my screen. And I click it. It says Manage Moderators, Participants, Pop-Out Chat, Toggle Timestamp, Send Feedback. When I click on Participants, it's just me and Joseph. I'm here. I know you are. But, yeah, YouTube's thing is weird. It just says I have 5 watching, but it says my only participant is Joseph, which I know isn't true. What's going on? Colby Cave is trying to fight Tyler Bertuzzi, and Bertuzzi won't go. Bertuzzi's acting like he's going to go. And Bertuzzi takes his gloves off and goes at Marchand, even though Marchand wasn't looking for it. Marchand whips the gloves off, and he's looking for someone to throw with. Tuca comes in there to get Howard. Tuca and Howard are about to fight. No. They want to go. They're not letting Howard and Rask fight. Are you kidding me? Rask is trying to go at Howard at center ice, and the refs won't let it happen. There are like 6 guys squared up, and the refs won't let any of them go. And the people who aren't held up by refs aren't fighters. Like, Krejci's not going. Marchand was going to try to go at someone, but Tyler Bertuzzi was being asked to fight. He wouldn't do it. Then Marchand was skating away. I don't even think that's who he was tied up with. It's Cave. This is wild. This is wild right now. Yeah, Bertuzzi's pushing Marchand, and they're like talking. And then he cross-checks Marchand in the chest there. And Cave takes exception to it. And he starts cross-checking Bertuzzi at center ice. And I think they're calling Cave for a penalty here. So then Marchand and Bertuzzi start jawing together. Oh, and that's what happened. Marchand slashes Howard's stick. And then Bertuzzi whips off the gloves and goes to fight him. And then chaos ensues. Chaos ensued. Chuck and Knuckles. Literally. Rask and Howard wanted to go so badly. It's the second Marchand slashes Howard, Bertuzzi, and Achari's on the ice too. And Clifton and Achari both go at Bertuzzi right away. DeKaiser and Krejci get squared up. Wow, there's a lot of people squared up all over the place. But, oh, they should have let Rask and Howard go. But the refs wouldn't let it. They should have let it. They should have let it go. Marchand's got a little bit of a flaw. Marchand definitely... Bertuzzi and Marchand should have fought right away, but because they didn't and it went on like that, that's why it turned into that. Then Marchand slashes... He doesn't slash Howard. He slashes the stick of Howard. So let me make sure you know that. That could have been a lot more epic if the refs didn't get involved. Could have been. That's sad. That's really sad that they didn't let that go. Rask really wanted to fight Howard, though. That would have been hilarious. They should have let it happen. Yeah, because this happens in Jimmy Howard's zone. I think the second Howard tried to go back and fight Marchand is when Rask started skating from center. He started skating from his own net. Because Howard was coming up because Cave is going to the box anyway. So when Howard's going to the bench and then he gets slashed and then he tries to fight, that's when Rask like sprints out to center ice to take him on. Now they're deciding who gets penalties here. I really don't see how this doesn't split out evenly. Rask goes right up to Howard, pulls his jersey, and then Howard just flings off his equipment there, and he's ready to go. Tuukka Rask is more trying to skate at Howard, whereas Howard's trying to talk the ref into letting him go.
should have let it go. They should have let Howard and Rask go at least. Alright, so here's how I'd call this now. Okay, Bertuzzi should go. Howard should get a penalty. No, Howard shouldn't. Marchand should go. Bertuzzi should go. Cave should go. Howard should go. It should split. There shouldn't be an extra here in my opinion. I don't know. Bertuzzi definitely should go. Cave should definitely go. Those two are set. Those two have to go. Marchand slashes Howard, so he should go. Oh, I think that's right. Is that Rasmussen? He catches someone with a stick in the face, actually. But he's just trying to restrain Clifton here. Does anyone get a shot in on Marchand? Jensen looks like he ties him up. It's actually, the Bruins might be shorthanded here. Unless they don't call Marchand. I'm really curious because I know Bertuzzi and Cave are going to go. I know that's a fact. Marchand looks like he's entering the box here. And I think Marchand should enter the box for slashing Howard. Because if he's slashing, he's getting 2 minutes. All he did was slash Howard, but that's what ensued the chaos. So I get that one. My question is, do they get Howard? Because Howard's skating off the ice. There's definitely a reason Marchand... actually, I shouldn't say that. Marchand doesn't always need a reason. It's 5-on-5, so I don't know how these penalties are being called, though. I really don't. I think, if anything, it should be 5-on-5. Or, from what I've seen, the Bruins go down a man. Cave's in the box, Marchand's in the box. That was expected. There's way... well, I mean, Cave and Marchand were clearly going to the box here. It was Bertuzzi and someone, though, for Detroit. And I think it was Howard. I think it might be Howard because he definitely turned around, and that's what ensued the chaos. He did something. He might have clipped Marchand on the way by. It's really hard to see why. Or it's either we're getting 2 minutes or Howard got a penalty because I don't see another guy in Detroit who could have got a penalty. 61 of Detroit, who I don't know his number off the top of my head. It's De La Rose, so he's serving for Howard, so I was right. Look at me, I'm a referee from my bed. Look at that. Oh, it's 5-on-4. How is Tyler Bertuzzi not in the box? If Bertuzzi... Where's Bertuzzi? It's 5-on-4, so we got a penalty. Where's Bertuzzi? Was he kicked out of the game? Maybe he got a 5-minute? All I know is we're down, and I don't feel like that should be the case. How are the Bruins playing overall, carrying the play? I'd say definitely better than Detroit Red Wings, but not by much. It's been a fairly even game. But I think the Bruins have had a few better quality chances, but honestly, I'd say even. I shouldn't even say we're playing better. It's even. I don't know the shots or anything like that off the top of my head to support that, but it doesn't feel like there's that much of a difference. Bertuzzi started that whole thing, though. It almost feels like he deserved a double minor. Let me see. They haven't put it up. Plus, Witkowski and Nordstrom are on the ice, so the benches are pretty short. Oh, off the post right there by Mantha. Wow. Oh, right now the Red Wings have a power play here, so they could definitely get something. Tipped in front. It's out of the net. And Detroit scores. That's annoying. So Marchand comes out of the box here. So let's see. You got the shot from the point here. Actually, a pass to 14. 14 throws on that, tipped. Tuukka Rask overextends his line there, and yeah, that's a good goal. That's going to count. I heard a bang, what dropped? That was my phone. I chucked over my head. It bounced off the bed and hit the floor. Don't worry, I got a case on it. I can see it. It's good. It's good. Joseph's like half watching, half not. Here's a bang. What was that? Well, Detroit just scored. That's what that is. Let me refresh this page right here. That way you guys can see it. Detroit scores off of Scrappy in front of the net power play goal because they had numbers. It still hasn't updated. Still has yet to update. Do I have it? Let me make sure I got that. Yeah, so I'm not sure if they called that properly. It felt like the Bruins should be down one or Bertuzzi should have got a double minor. I've yet to see Bertuzzi or hear his name. Really interested to see what he was assessed and why he wasn't assessed double for starting that whole thing. He's the reason Cave was in the box. He's the reason Marchand was in the box. He had 2 different scraps with 2 different players and didn't get called for both. He only got called for 1. He did 2 crimes and only got called for 1. That's how I'm looking at this right now. It shouldn't be 2-1, to be honest. It should still be 1-1. But, you know, that's hockey sometimes. Calls don't always go your way. Okay, so I think Bertuzzi definitely should have got a double there. And my scoreboard still hasn't updated here. Oh, it has updated. Just updated. I'll pick up my phone. Ugh. There we go. Pasta. Penalty on Detroit here, so we're getting son here. Getting son. They just got an article saying why Georgia and Alabama should both get a spot in the playoffs, even though Alabama beat Georgia today. You don't deserve it. You don't. Whatever. I'm not a college football guy. I'm just looking at the records and thinking if you lost them in the playoffs, you're going to lose them again. I mean, if you lost them in the regular season the last week, you're probably losing them again in the playoffs. Oh, like a week or 2 later. It's probably happening. So, I didn't see who got the penalty or why, because I wasn't listening, which is bad on me. I think it was too many men. Nonetheless, a power play for the Bruins with 1:18 left in the second. If we can get one back here. If we can get one back here. I'm pointing at the wrong laptop. It's even. It's pretty even. Pastrnak gets at the point, fumbles it, loses it. And he's fighting for it. Gets pushed from behind. Stays up, though. Good bounce. Wrapped around the zone to the Bruins point man. Krug, let's get it. Come on. There's nothing there. Throws it on net. Throws into traffic. Krug fumbles it. Detroit defenseman, no idea. Shot from the slot. Is that in? It's not in. Oh, Backus almost got a nifty little pass to Marchand there. Yeah, give that to him. Oh, and that's Pastrnak costing you a little there. Because he shouldn't have shot down. Larkin's out on the breakout. On the shorthanded opportunity here. Throws on net. Tuukka drops it. And a little lackadaisical from Marchand there, but he makes a good play. 27 seconds left in the second period. And they're looking for a zone entry. You need to get that over. There you go. Good pass there. DeBrus wraps around the boards to Backus. Backus gets there. Good board play, but Detroit clears it, and that should be the end of the period with 10 seconds left in the period. Looks like we're going down 1. 7 seconds left. You gotta look for something. You gotta hit a pass here, man. You gotta hit a pass. Goes for a shot from center ice and snaps his stick in half. Whistle's dead. Going down 2-1 into the third here. Intermission time. I have still yet to get my cookie. That's infuriating. By the way, slim chance here with 5 viewers, but if you're watching this channel at this time and you like the stream and you enjoy the stream, hit the thumbs up button down below. Please hit it. It gets this thing more suggested, I think, or at least that's what they say on YouTube. I think they lie a little. Hit the subscribe button if you want to follow my channel. Turn on the notifications bell if you want to be notified every time I stream or post a video. And last but not least, feel free to participate in the chat. That's my best radio voice I can probably do off the top of my head. And I talk very fast there, but I wanted to get that out quick because I didn't want to bother you with useless facts. Because I think all of you are already subscribed here, to be honest. There's like 5 of you. At the moment, though, because a lot of people come in and out. I checked my subscriber total. I think it was at 159 earlier today. Follow it. I hit the thumbs up button as hard as I could. I appreciate that, Jeff. Yeah. I'm still at 159 beautiful subscribers at the moment. 6 viewers at the moment. Man, the Bruins should not be down 2-1. I feel the same way, Joseph. I feel like it should be a tied game. I really don't. If anything, I thought the Bruins were a slightly better team. Not by a lot, but they were definitely better. Bertuzzi literally instigates so bad here. I guess Cave does initiate it, though. And Bertuzzi's a rat, man. Oh, screw him. That's infuriating. He's got the flow, too. Marchand wouldn't have gone to the box. I mean, we'd still be down because of what Cave did, to be honest. I mean, I get why we went down there, I guess, but still. Howard hits back, though. They just show Howard. He swings the stick right back at him. They're not going to call that on Howard, though. He needs to hold his temper. He can't. It's impossible. I'm just kind of accepting that. He can't. It just is what it is. It's never cost us in a big game, though. That's the thing. When it costs us in a big game, that's when it's going to become an issue. Because that cost us a goal. This isn't a big game, though, but it's cost us a little bit. But, oh, that's a big hit by Witkowski. That one's brutal on Krejci. Oh, yeah, it's so clean. It is a good hit. Billy Jaffe's 100% right. I always forget Joachim Nordstrom has won a Stanley Cup before. He won one with the Chicago Blackhawks. What year he was with them? I think 2015. Could be wrong, though. I think Witkowski and Nordstrom kind of respected each other, and that's why it ended. I don't think either one really wanted to fight each other. I think Nordstrom did it because he felt he had to. I felt Witkowski really didn't want to take damage. Witkowski's got a nice beard, though. I will be honest. That's a nice beard. I don't care if that sounds weird. I respect a good beard. Because I can't grow one yet. That's why I respect it. Well, it's not weird, but I respect that. I'm jealous of that, I guess you'd say. Let me look at the stats of the game right now, though. He needs to hold his temper. So you got 2-1 Detroit right now. The shots are 20-20, so it's very even in that regard. 2 crap goals for both teams. Along with the power play goal, which is another crap goal by Detroit. 3 crap goals this game. Detroit's got the face-off edge, 57%. They've won 24, lost 18. Bruins obviously at the reverse of that. Power play is 1 for 3 for Detroit, and the Bruins are 0 for 5. I'm not sure how many true power plays that actually is, though. Bertuzzi got an unsportsmanlike conduct. Colby Cave got a slashing. Jimmy Howard got an unsportsmanlike conduct. Tuukka Rask got an unsportsmanlike. Oh my god, they had a lot of penalties actually. So, let me go over that insaneness. Brad Marchand slashing. Jacob De La Rosa slashing. Tuukka Rask unsportsmanlike. Jimmy Howard unsportsmanlike. Colby Cave slashing. Bertuzzi unsportsmanlike. So what I didn't know is they called Rask and they called Howard. Probably for both wanting to fight like that. So they both got those. Jacob De La Rosa, I have no idea where he did that. I can honestly tell you I have no idea where Jacob De La Rose took that penalty. Brad Marchand slashed Jimmy Howard. That was clear as day. Colby Cave slashing, that's appropriate. Tyler Bertuzzi unsportsmanlike conduct. I get that. So really, the goalies canceled each other out. Jacob De La Rose canceled out Marchand. Colby Cave canceled out Bertuzzi. But where's the extra? So I see 2, 2, and 2. Where's the... Oh, Bertuzzi didn't get... Are you kidding me? Bertuzzi's penalty was the one that happened after. Bertuzzi wasn't called. He created that whole thing. That's a joke. That's a freaking joke. He created that whole thing. And he didn't get a penalty. He got the unsportsmanlike later. It's probably a makeup call, to be honest. Wait, that might have been the too many men on the ice. That's insane. That's where the penalty. That's where the penalty wasn't. That's where the penalty wasn't. Somehow he didn't get called for a single freaking thing there when he was the one who started it all with Marchand, and then followed Marchand after Cave tried getting into his face. He should have fought Cave right there and then. He should have, but actually no, he shouldn't have because he got his team a power play out of that. So I mean, Good for you and your team, but holy crap, whatever. Ah. That's like Marshawn's like an obvious rap because he does it and he lets you know. That's the type of rap that does it and tries to get away with it like slyly. Like Marshawn's like an out there rap. That's just I don't like that. That doesn't sit well with me. Because he's ducking a fight there the whole time, but he literally won't fight anyone, but he wants to be in your face. That's what pisses me off. I hate when players do that. They want to be in your face like grabbing your jersey, like, oh yeah, you want to go, and then they don't go. That's what bothers me, is players that do that. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. And then he gets away with all that bullshit too. Sorry to swear, but oh my, that's just bad. How he isn't called is beyond me. I still don't know where Jacob De La Rose took that penalty though. If De La Rose doesn't slash and Bertuzzi gets a double minor there, I get it. I'm surprised Raskin and Howard both got called though too. That was kind of surprising. But if you give Bertuzzi a double and De La Rose didn't get called, then I kind of get it. Or if you give Bertuzzi just a slashing or like a instant, I don't even know what you give him there. But if you just give him something and De La Rose got nothing, then I get the man advantage. But the fact that De La Rose got something and Bertuzzi didn't is beyond me. Beyond me. And I don't know if I know you guys like. Joseph, I think you're watching the game because you've been commenting on how like the Bruins shouldn't be down. So I think you're watching. Jeff, I think, is watching the Leafs game. Yeah. Power play goal is just scrapping. Tuukka overextends his... He goes way too far out there, but I mean, when it's like that in front of the net, sometimes you get out of position, but yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. That is a shame. It honestly is. Do they have 2 goals on the power play or 1? I think they have 1. Yeah, so they have a tip-in and a scrappy power play goal in front of the net. It hasn't been a clean game. They showed Bjork up top. They showed someone up top, but it's from behind. Oh, let me do an around the league look right now. Let me look at that Ottawa-San Jose game that ended 6-2. So Bodker had a 4-point game against his former team. A little middle finger there to the San Jose Sharks there with a 1-goal, 3-assist performance. Craig Anderson with a .947 save percentage. He had 36 saves on 38 shots against. Good day for Craig. Not as good day for Martin Jones. I accidentally clicked out there. My bad. Martin Jones stopped 21 of 26. Not a good day for Martin there. Joe Thornton got a goal, which isn't all that common. His 4th on the year in the power play. No one really had too good of a scoring day. Any other multi-point games for the Senators? 2 for Bobby Ryan, 2 for Zach Smith, 2 for Magnus Pajärvi, and 2 for Hot Sam Bacho. Thomas Chabot, who is an insanely talented young defenseman who I think has the most defensive points in the whole league. Defenseman, I think he has the most. I think he's it right now. Dallas with their 2-1 win over Vancouver. Jamie Benn with a goal and assist to help my fantasy team. Alexander Radulov with the other goal. Miro Heiskanen and Tyler Seguin with the assist. Goal for Vancouver from Bo Horvat, assisted by Antoine Roussel and Tyler Mott. Good performance from Anders Nielsen with a 25 saves on 27 shots. Craig Anderson also a solid performance, 24 saves on 25 shots. So neither goalie really given too much there, but someone had to win. Right now, there's a few games in the third period. There's 2 games in the third period, that is. Columbus and the Islanders both tied 2-2. Goals coming from Anders Lee and Anthony Beauvillier, my bad. Goals in the Columbus coming from Marcus Hannikainen, I don't know. And then Pierre-Luc Dubois. No multi-point. Actually, Scott Mayfield has 2 assists. That's the only multi-point game there. The other game in the third period is Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, where Philadelphia has a 3-2 lead at the moment. Crosby has a goal, and Riley Sheehan has a goal. No multi-point games for Pittsburgh. Konechny, Drew, and Dale Weiss scored for the Flyers. Any multi-point games for the Flyers. Andrew McDonald has 3 assists, and that's pretty impressive considering I think he was almost out of the league last year. He's the only multi-point game there. 3 assists on all 3 goals. Pretty good for him. Battle of Florida. The Panthers have a 4-3 lead right now. Goals coming from Frank Vatrano, the former Bruin, Alexander Barkov, Jonathan Huberdeau, and Evgeny Dadonov. For For the Lightning, you got Alex Killorn, Matthew Joseph, who I've never heard of actually, but he has 6 on the year, and Nikita Kucherov. We have yet to play Tampa. I've yet to see Tampa play this year. Shame on me for not watching Tampa, to be honest. Only multi-point game is Kucherov with a 2-point game, goal and assist. Florida has 2 2-point games, actually, Dadonov and Huberdeau. Next game we can check out. Can you check the Caps play next? I can after I go through these scores. Rangers and Montreal are in a game. Montreal's up 4-2. Shea Weber has 2 goals. His first and second of the year. Is that his first game back? I need to look at that. I definitely need to look at that. Arturi Lehkonen has 2 goals for them too. And then VC and Ryan Strome for the Rangers. Oh, I think Ryan Strome is new to the Rangers. Multi-point games, Zibanejad and VC. 2 assists for Zibanejad. A goal and assist for VC. Montreal right now. Weber has 2 goals. Lehkonen has 2 goals. Those are only multi-point games. Is this Weber's first game back? This is his second game back. He has 3 points in 2 games, and good for Shea Weber. I like Shea Weber. And that adds a different dynamic to Montreal, so maybe, just maybe, Jeff, they can be a playoff team if Shea Weber is that Norris Trophy defenseman, which he has been in the past. Maybe he could make that trade look a little bit worse if he could lead Montreal to the playoffs. Winnipeg and New Jersey are both tied 1-1. Winnipeg is Scheifele from Wheeler, and New Jersey is Marcus Johansson from Jesper Bratt. I know Jesper Bratt had a good year last year. What games haven't I looked at? Toronto, Minnesota, obvious. Sorry about moving the laptop there. You need to add like 6 shots of Bacardi to the stream. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong, but I have stuff I need to do after the stream, which would prohibit me from doing that. Matthews, Ennis, and Hyman have goals, and Eric Stahl and Greenway have goals. Jordan Greenway, a BU player. I changed rooms though, ISL. Or Is-U-L. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. I'm just going to call you Is. Is that okay if I just call you Is, man? But, I changed rooms because I liked your suggestion. I think it's made a difference. I think it has. Marner has 2 assists, only multi-point game there. Noden for the Wild. 2 more games to look at here. Arizona with a 1-0 lead over St. Louis after 1. And it won't even tell me who scored here. That's annoying. There you go. Jacob Chikrin with his first goal of the year, assisted by Clayton Keller. And then Chicago is losing 4-1 to Nashville. Goals by Kevin Fiala, Eli Tolvanen, who I didn't know was in the AHL right now. I thought he was still in Russia. Or the AHL, I meant. Ryan Johansson has a goal. Craig Smith has a goal. For the Blackhawks, Brandon Saad. And there are no multi-point games. There are actually 4 multi-point games. Eli Tolvanen has a goal and assist. Kevin Fiala, goal and assist. Craig Smith, goal and assist. And Ryan Johansson, goal and assist. El Sol. His pronunciation. Yes, big difference. Sounds much better. That's good to hear. Yeah, I saw that comment. I was like, he's probably right because, to be honest, my stream, I don't go back and watch it because it's a long stream, and I know that it works when these people will say, like, El Sol sounds like a rapper. Kind of does, to be honest. You got LL Cool J, El Sol. You see how I just slipped it in there. But, yeah. I liked that suggestion, and it's a much nicer feel to be just sitting in the middle of my bedroom than it is to sit in the middle of my living room, to be honest. Do you think Marchand will ever lose his edge? Absolutely not. He'll never lose it completely. Hopefully he can tone it down a little, but completely lose his edge? I don't think you want that. I understand he's a bit of a, in lamest terms, dickhead, I guess you could say. He's definitely got that dickhead quality. But, he shouldn't lose the edge. He should tone it back when he needs to. He's never going to, though. So I just live with it. That's just how it is. I hope you understand my analysis there. I just never see him toning it back like that. It just isn't going to happen. I mean, that's like asking Tom Brady not to throw the check down to the running back. It's never going to happen. Great touch with the hockey photo in the background. Actually, I have 2 hockey photos in the background. Give me a sec. I have my Marchand jersey on right now. You can see it. Marchand. But actually, I got 2 hockey photos which I can show you. Get them a little closer. It looks like 83. I just sat down, but this is. Let me see if I can see it. I'm a little behind, but let me actually click that up so I can see where it is. This is my Ray Bork autograph. It's signed to me, actually. Signed by Ray Bork there. To Patrick, best wishes, Ray Bork. One of the greatest Bruins defensemen of all time. Would be, but there is a guy named Bobby Orr who exists. I have another picture I can show you there. Okay. The other one is one of my favorite players, Brad Marchand. Also autograph. Sorry about that reflection there, guys, but Brad Marchand autograph. He's got a little plaque there. It's got the Stanley Cup patch. If you're a Vancouver fan, I apologize. Sorry about the glare. On the plaque, it says Brad Marchand, Boston Bruins, 2011 Stanley Cup champion. Never forget it. That picture, I don't know. I think this picture is taken against Toronto. But there's two jerseys in the background, so I don't know who this is against. There's a Mika Kiprusoff jersey with the guy turned around. And then there's a Doug Gilmour jersey, so... And there's no other jerseys, so I can't tell where it is. A lot of guys wearing suits, so I'm going to assume that's in Toronto, to be honest. So that's what I got for those two. I'm going to put them back now real quick. But that's show and tell. And the Bruins are about to start the third period. I kept the Marchand one down low because I'm going to frame it on the wall. I hope you can hear me and I'm not just talking to myself over here now. Got some other stuff back here. Like I got a Tom Brady figurine. Tom Brady. I don't even know what to call it. That's like an action figure. Yeah. Let me see. Any comments on that? I'm watching Leafs game, but getting some Bruins highlights. I like the background. I like the background too. I was looking at it like behind me and I'm like, that's a lot better. It does feel homey. It can happen. He just chooses not to. Imagine if he was in the NFL and Gronk got into a fight with the other team. He can avoid that just by going to the sideline. They don't let you get away with what you can get in hockey, though. Did you grab your cookie yet? My brother hid the cookies. He hid them because my dad has no self-control when it comes to food, and if you left them out, my dad would eat all of them. And plus, my brother probably wants to hide them for himself too, because he can be a little selfish like that. So no, I've not got it, but I have one more picture to show you, actually. Oh, one more. This one is not hung up. It was in my old studio at my old house. But this one's a big one too. It's a Bobby Orr picture. I can't even get that right. Is that right? No, it's not right. Wait, why isn't that right? It's Bobby Orr. You got the score sheet. Black. Is that word? There you go. It's Bobby Orr. You got the score sheet and all that. It's very cool. Did you grab your cookie? I need to grab my cookie. Yeah, I'm going to lay that here. Okay, I'm going to put that on the floor. The glass panel broke when we were moving, though, so it's not hung up. It's 9... It hasn't updated yet. One sec. Let me fix that. What did I just click? I didn't mean to click that. I did not mean to click whatever I just clicked. Let me quit that. Sorry, let me update that. It should be updated now. Actually, I clicked install something. So yeah, the third period just started, Jack. They're 40 seconds in. 40 seconds in. I really need to grab that cookie, though. You're 100% right, Joseph. I'm missing out on cookies. That's not a good thing. Welcome to the third period. This is the period that matters because the Bruins are down by 1 and they don't really deserve to be. Kind of upset Bertuzzi didn't get 2 penalties. And he didn't even get 1. Yeah, that was annoying, Jack. You missed Tuukka Rask and Jimmy Howard almost fight. I'm not sure if you saw that, but Tuukka Rask wanted to throw down with Jimmy Howard because when Jimmy Howard was getting off the ice, he got into a little thing with Marchand. Rask started bolting at him, but the refs wouldn't let them go. The Cookie Monster would have grabbed the cookie low-key. I would have grabbed it. My dad's the Cookie Monster. He demolishes cookies. But, yeah, that's why we hide stuff. But, yeah, so my brother hit it, but he's like, oh, I'm not going to tell you where it is, so that's sketchy. I didn't get down in time for when they came out because I was out here watching the game. It's just annoying. It's a cookie. Why are you hiding it? It's not fair. It's not right. It's reprehensible. It deserves punishment. Boston-Montreal playoff would be fun. For sure. I think we'd win that series. I'd be very upset if we didn't win that series. I think if Montreal makes the playoffs, they shouldn't beat anyone. Could they make the playoffs? Yeah, I don't see Montreal making the playoffs, but Shea Weber back. I'd have to see them play with Shea Weber because that's a different dynamic to the team. Very different dynamic. That's adding a top pairing defenseman on any team probably. 2 minutes in, not much has happened in the period so far. Any questions or anything in the chat that you want me to answer about the Bruins or NHL at all? Feel free to ask. I will answer anything. And they're showing some very nice looking Winter Classic jerseys that I need in my collection. I only have 2 jerseys. I have Brad Marchand, which I got in 2011 or 12 when he was not an elite player, because I just liked him back then. I wanted to be like him because that's before I realized he was very dirty. And yeah, definitely nowadays I like Bergeron as my favorite player, I'd say. But back then I liked Marchand. It's interesting how that changes. Pastrnak is one of my favorite players now, though. So I have a Tim Thomas jersey, too, which I got for $35 because a lot of people will not wear his merch anymore. So that's what I got. And jerseys are expensive, and I don't have a ton of money, so I'm not buying one on my own at the moment. So hopefully someone somewhere gets me the David Pastrnak Winter Classic jersey. Because I don't know, that jersey, the Winter Classic one, just looks like it would be good with David Pastrnak on it. I feel like 88's a nice number to put on that jersey. I feel like it just looks good. I don't really like the way the letters look on the jersey, though. Like an A on it, I don't know. I don't know. I need to get a Bergeron jersey, too. And I need a Chara, Bergeron, and Pastrnak. That's what I want. That's what I need. I need all 3 of them by the time their careers are over, at least. Because once their careers end, the jersey value might go up, to be honest. Also, if you guys don't know, Reebok jerseys, which they saw, wow. Dylan Larkin just had a one-timer from the slot, and you put it on net, but he didn't put it on a good spot. And that's the thing about Larkin. That's what he's been doing. He's been getting A-plus opportunities, but I'm starting to think he isn't that good at placing his shot based on what I've seen of him. I don't think he can aim it. I think that's my only criticism on Dylan Larkin, because he kills penalties. He skates like a flash. He's really good with his hands. He's a good passer, but I don't think he can aim his shot well. I think that's the one flaw that he has right now, from what I've seen. He must get all his goals based on quantity of attempts and just getting lucky with them going in, because he just hasn't placed anything well tonight. Oh, Moore with a good feed, and it goes to the back of the net. Nothing going on there, sadly. But yeah, I really want a David Pastrnak Winter Classic jersey. I think I want the original Winter Classic with Chara, to be honest. The 2010 or 11 or 12. It's around that year. They played it at Fenway. Maybe I'll look for the second Winter Classic jersey with Bergeron, but I want this one with Pastrnak. And Luke Witkowski looks like he's looking for another fight. Rasmussen's a tall dude, actually. He bullied Clifton down low, which led to Larkin getting the opportunity to slot, because Rasmussen laid off a nice backhander. Moore with a good rotation shoots it. Bruins player in front gets on the puck a little, but doesn't get it on net. Sadly. Let's see. Yeah, see, I'm looking at participants in the chat. It still only says Joseph, and there's 3 people with message besides Joseph. How's the time doing on that clock right there? 15:46. That's a little off, but not by much. High stick to the face of Noel Acciari, and the Bruins are going on the power play here. I think it's DeKaiser. No blood, so that's 2 minutes. Let's see. So DeKaiser's fighting there. And he's inside of Nordstrom. And DeKaiser's trying to fight through him there. And his stick does hit Acciari in the face. Didn't mean to do it. Shouldn't have had the stick up that high. But he does. So the Bruins go to the power play. Good on Acciari, man. The fourth line doesn't score much, but they draw penalties and they play hard. Sometimes that's all you can ask for out of a fourth line. Puck won. Bruins maintain possession. Postillo shot. And it looks like the Red Wings are going to get out of the zone here. They do. They do. Krug with the puck in his own zone. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you were here, guys. If you feel like it, obviously. If you're not going to be around on the channel, you might as well not bother with the subscribe thing, though. Only if you like the content you're going to follow. Or if not, and you just want to support me, hit the subscribe button. Crew with the puck in our own zone. On the power play, we need to get a breakout going here, guys. We need to get in the zone. Pasternak will do that. And good opportunity from the slot. And Donato roofs it. 2 goals, 2 games. Ryan Donato, there we go. Sorry if that clap was loud. Donato is back with the club. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, he's excited. Big. He got some. He's pumped. I'm pumped. 2nd goal of the season. Yep. Pasternak takes it at Cronwall. Fights through the overlap by I can't see what that is. Is that Corrali? Who's doing the overlap here? Yeah, it's Backus. Backus draws a defender, which creates a wide open lane to the slot, and Donato roofs it. And he texts my friend Joey. My friend Joey is a big Ryan Donato fan. Big Ryan Donato fan. And he roofed that. That's a pure filthy snipe by Ryan Donato. And the Bruins tied up 2-2. And we got a tie game, folks. Tie game. Let's go. He text Joe that, though. Donato scores again. Hopefully he doesn't think he has a multi-goal game. But there we go. Tie game. 14 minutes left in the game. 14-15. There's some players I root for, and college players are them, and Ryan Donato is a college player. So I root for him more than I root for others. Because I'm biased towards college players. NCAA college players. Canadian college players, not as much. I do root for the smaller players. Another shootout win. I mean, Donato's going to be in the top 3 this time, so you never know. I don't want Detroit getting points, though, to be honest, because you never know if a team goes on a run. I'd rather have them get nothing. So I'd rather win in regulation. I don't want to face them in 3-on-3, though, to be honest. They got a lot of fast skaters. Like Larkin in 3-on-3 is scary. He's a problem in 3-on-3. Torrey Krug. Oh, not Krug. Oh, my. Yeah, that's just a snipe by Donato there. That's what he's known for. That's what he's known for in college, his shooting ability. He's always had that shot. He's had earlier this year. He had a goal call back where he absolutely sniped. And also regulation wins count to the row column, which helps you at the end of the day. If you're tied, if you have a tied record, it goes to row, which is regular. My bad. I'm stumbling over words. Which is regulation and overtime wins. Shootout wins don't help that. You need regulation, and if not, you need overtime. I don't want shootout wins as much as I'll take it if I get it. I'd much rather have regulation or overtime. Plus, I'm not a big fan of the shootout and how, like, you know, it's just very much chance. I give the Wings credit. I figured the Bees would beat. This game rolling 4-5-2. I kind of so the first game we beat them 8-2. I think that was the final score the first time we beat them. Then we played them and we lost in overtime. Andreas Athanasiou scored in that overtime. So I knew the Wings were better. But I think the Bruins are still a better team than the Wings, even though the Wings are playing better. Which is why early in the game when Art, who is no longer here, I don't think. Art is actually my uncle, by the way. So if you see him in the comments, that's my uncle. He pops in and out. He knows I do the YouTube and all that stuff. He's my uncle. A very supportive uncle, and I love him. And he asked me what my prediction was. I said Bruins by 2. Because I feel like they're 1 goal better than Detroit, but they'll also get the empty netter because they're good at executing. I thought that's how it would go. I didn't think 5-2. I thought more 4-2. Which is still a possibility, actually. So at the end of the day, if we get a goal and then empty netter, I'll be right. And that's what I think is still going to happen. I'm still here, thanks. Love you, Uncle Butch. Love you. You're just lurking. You're not commenting, you're just listening. We love you. We all love you, Art. Have you been here the whole time? Just curious. Yeah, so that's Ryan Donato's 2nd goal of the year. I'm wondering if that's counting the shootout goal last night. Let's see. Does that count? I'm pretty sure the game-winning shootout goal might count. Does it? Let me look. So Islanders stats, 3 shots on goal. He got the first star. No, I don't think it does count. Let me check. Goals. No, it doesn't count. So what was his other goal? Let me click on the name. And they're back playing now. A little under 14 minutes. And now it won't load. Won't load now. Not. And Detroit is it's still in the neutral zone. Nothing going. Try to look. Where's his first goal? It must have been in one of the first games of the season. Because I'm looking, this is his first goal in his last at least 10 NHL games. So let me look back at that. So we got to go all the way back to October 13th, and then before that, actually. Did he score against Buffalo? Is that what it was? Was it Edmonton? No. I want to play Wednesday. I want to play Tuesday, Monday. It's definitely this game, is it? No, it isn't Ottawa. Wow. It is a while back he scored. Is it Buffalo? Sorry if my voice just cracked. It's Buffalo. He scored in the second game of the year, and he didn't. So Donato scored in the second game of the year. Played in I think it's got to be 15 AHL games, and he just scored. So it's been like a 14-game drought in the AHL, and he hasn't even been here the whole time. And they're playing Ariana Grande's new song in the arenas, and I don't think I can handle that because that song is terrible. Terrible. This is his 13th game, so that's an 11-game goal-scoring drought for a guy who I thought could put up a 30-goal a year if he plays the right way. He definitely has 30-goal potential, as you can see on that snipe. He has the potential. It's just if he can round out his whole game, play the right way, and put himself in opportunities to score, he will be a 30-goal scorer if he does all that. Big if, but I think that's very realistic. Not this year because of how much time he's already missed. But he definitely has that ability. I could see him getting 20 goals this year if he finds his game. I could really see that. He has that type of shot. He really does. Acciari working behind the net. 40 seconds in the zone. He drives to that and gets two-handed in the face there by Cronwall. Oh my god. Point-blank opportunity. It's still out. Carlo. Oh, great play by Carlo to keep it in, but Wings player picks it up and takes it out anyway. And this right now, it looks like the Bruins game to lose. Hopefully they don't have a turnover that costs them, but they're definitely in the driver's seat. Clifton, good seal. And Pastrnak, it's a 2-on-1 breakout. It's Clifton and Pasta. Pasta gets his pass blocked, and that ends the... Oh, it doesn't end the opportunities. We now have it in Detroit's zone. Torrey Krug with a shot from the point. Rifles off of Howard's pads. Bruins are definitely outplaying right now. Marchand gets a good pass block there by De Kaiser, I think that was. It's hard to tell if it was 65 or 55. Clifton from the point. Very good puck possession here. Very good team play by the Bruins. Clifton. Great play by Clifton to draw two defenders. Low shot. It goes around. Marchand at the point. This is all Bruins right now, guys. Cross zone pass by Marchand. The first line is out there. Cave is just out there. Bertuzzi. Oh my god. Bertuzzi fumbles it. And Detroit's going to get it out here probably with Rasmussen. He banks out the boards here. And Glendening goes for a change. The Bruins still have possession. But Detroit survives that shift. Bruins got to change. The shots are 10-3 Bruins right now. It is all Bruins, guys. All Bruins. Vanek and Clifton. Down low. Mantha gets it. To the point. Detroit's now got in our zone with possession. Can we get it out here? Yes, it is out, but we do not have possession. Detroit gets in our zone now. Clifton's been out there a while. He needs to get off. David Backes, he needs to shoot that. He does. Gloved. It's still out. Shot, and Howard swallows it and falls to the ice and gets a freeze there. 2-2. Fast paced right now. This is a good hockey game right now. This is good hockey. We're going to commercial. 9:38 left in the period. Whew, I'm winded. I'm winded from all that talking. Adver Johnson in Wales. That's like in Providence, I think. Yeah, that's in Providence. What are your thoughts on the game, guys? What do you think? Any thoughts? Do you think the Bruins are going to win this one? Do you think they're going to get do you think they're going to lose it? What do you guys think? Think they're going to score 2 goals, 3 goals, no goals? It's going to overtime. It's going to shootout. What you guys think? Share what you think in the comments. Hit the like button on the stream if you have not already. Hit the subscribe button for all my coverage if you have not already. I think the Bruins have this one, though. I really do. I think this is their game to lose. And my stream has frozen. Has it not? Why is it frozen? Why is it frozen? Let me reload the page. Show's good on 1. As long as our ass stays... It's not frozen. Okay, that's just my thing froze, but it's not frozen. As long as our ass stays off his knees, we might win by 2 goals like you predicted. I think we should win by 2 goals. I'd be surprised if we didn't. I'd be surprised if we didn't score and then get an empty netter in regulation. That's my prediction right now. Wings bad blood. What are our next 3 games? Pretty sure we don't play a Wednesday or something like that. Or Tuesday. I want to say Tuesday. Tuesday versus Florida. Thursday Tampa. Saturday Toronto. So that's divisional matchups. That's 4 straight divisional matchups. This and those games. So those are big games. I can't wait for Tampa. That's going to be a fun one to see how these teams stack up. Sadly, we're still missing some key players. Big turnover in front of the net there by Krug. Lucky the Detroit player didn't put it past Rask, because Rask probably wasn't expecting that. That could have been bad. Clifton with the puck. .907. The puck is in the zone of the... It's in the Red Wings zone right now. It's pinned against the boards. It's still pinned against the boards here. Everyone's just standing around except for the people fighting on the boards. Alright, DeBrusque gets in there. Moore slides over to Grizzly. Grizzly should get a low shot. Fakes the shot. Throws it low. On net. Doesn't go in though. DeBrusque, you gotta get that low. Get it low. Alright, good. Great skating by Grizzly there. I thought he was gonna have to get rid of it, but he had more in the tank than I thought he would. Big let's go Bruins chant right now. And up the board some Marchand, and that's a turnover in the own zone. I can't even pronounce his name. Athanasiou, he controls the puck. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Detroit scores off another tip-in. First goal for Nielsen in 27 games. First goal of the season. That's just that's so unfortunate. I thought we were gonna win at the same time. Sometimes when you play like this and you let a team hang around, man, that's so unfortunate. So De Kaiser gets at the point here. Slap. There's nothing Rask can do there. Nothing Rask can do. It's just tipped so perfectly. He tips it, it goes off the ice and top shelf. Or off a Bruins defender's stick. Either way, he tips it, and then it goes from like the floor to the top shelf, and that's just unfortunate. 8:07 left, so it's not out of reach by any means, but yeah. Next stream, assuming nothing changes in my life, it would probably be Tuesday versus Florida, my friend. Weeknights when the Bruins play, I'm probably streaming, because if I'm watching the game, I might as well stream the game. Hey, that's the positivity I like, Jeff. The Bruins will win. They can and they will. That's what's going to happen. Ugh, type too soon? Yeah. They can and they will. They can and they will win. Oh my god, that's frustrating. These Bruins definitely, like, last period you can make an argument they should be tied. This period, they should be winning. They should be winning. They were the much better team. Detroit, man. I never liked Detroit, really. Growing up, everyone likes them because they have, like, the nice logo, the red and white colors, you know, appealing team, so all the young kids, like their jerseys. Then there's me who, like, it's like, oh, Hockey Town. And I'm just like, oh, God, I hate people who label themselves like Hockey Town. Like, it's one thing if you are Hockey Town and you label yourself. I did not consider Detroit Hockey Town. I'm like, you are a bum Midwest city. And I hate to say that, but, like, I really just did not like Detroit at all. And their fan base was so annoying. And a lot of their fans aren't from there either, which is the other annoying part. I have a friend in my hometown who's been a Wings fan his whole life. And it frustrates me because there's no reason. You live in Massachusetts. Why are you cheering for the Red Wings? Get better soon, Joseph. I'm, like, sick to my stomach, so I'm head to bed early. I'll see you next time, Pat. Have a good one. Hey, Joseph. Have a good one. I'll see you next week. Hopefully you're feeling better by then. I need my moderator. I need my moderator. Wings fans are so annoying. They're just quiet now because they suck and they know it. When any team sucks, they're quiet. That's why, like, someone told me yesterday on Twitter, he's like, well, Canadians fans don't annoy me. That's because they're not as good as you. They have nothing to brag about. They're just overperforming right now. They don't have anything to brag about. That's why they're not annoying. Fan bases aren't annoying until they have something to brag about. Brent Hall, go Pats, man. Lordable FNBR, I hope I'm pronouncing that. 6 minutes, they need to step it up. They've been the better team in this period. And right now, they've had the puck in the zone for 30 seconds, and they need to get a goal here. You too, like the channel and subscribe if you like Bruins and you like the coverage. Is that not in the net? The puck's not... They called the play dead. And the puck's not even frozen, but Jimmy Howard has his mask off. I shouldn't ask you guys to subscribe this early into being here, but if you like the Bruins, I stream during a lot of their games. So if you're into that type of stuff, think about subscribing. Because Bruins deserve to be winning this game. They do. They do. Hey, Lordable FNBR, subscribe to your channel. I appreciate that. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that. If you like the Bruins, you'll probably like me. You may not agree with all my opinions, but you should like how there's someone on YouTube talking about the Bruins often. That's all I can say there. And also, if you sub and I don't get the notification, you have to have it in your settings for me to get notified that you subbed, because I have a lot of subs that I don't know are subbed because they don't have it so I can see who subs. So that's the one thing. 6, 1 to actually do it, and 5 to talk about how great the old light bulb was. How many Habs fans? Oh, I didn't read the first one, my bad. How many Habs fans does it take to change a light bulb? 6, 1 to actually do it, 5 to talk about how great the old light bulb. Hey, that makes sense. I'm a big Bruins fan too. I've been covering the Bruins on YouTube since March, actually. So that's like 10 months. I took the summer off, though, so I didn't do much there. That's a good joke, though, because the Canadians fans talk so much. Oh, back in the 80s. I wasn't alive then, bud. Wasn't alive. I couldn't tell you how good you were. You can tell me, but I don't care. It's old news. It really is. It really is. Have you been watching this game, Lordable? Lordable. I hope I'm pronouncing it. FNBR. Sounds like a gamer tag on Xbox. It really does. Sounds like someone like I'd be talking about in Call of Duty. I don't know how old you are if you get that reference. You probably get it, I assume. Don't know, though. Mike Hoffman. Yeah, Mike Hoffman's been elite this year. He's been wicked. Yes, but Nesson has no volume for some reason. Not the case for me. My Nesson has volume right now, actually. Like how Brent came in here and said, "Go Pats," and then went silent. You're 14. Oh, so you're young. Okay. Yeah, there are some young people who do watch my channel. There's actually, I want to say he's like 8 to 10. He started making videos because he liked my videos. I haven't seen him tonight, but he does come and go. He's a loyal subscriber. So you're definitely not the youngest person to subscribe to me. I will tell you that much. Plus, I think Connor, another subscriber who's hasn't been here tonight, but he's been here in the past, he's younger than you. So you're not the youngest. So 14's a solid age because you start to understand stuff really once you turn that age. In my opinion, that's when your eyes start to open on more than just than what your parents tell you, I guess I could say. Jimmy Howard is beasting. Jimmy Howard has been solid tonight. I will admit that. And I have not given him enough praise. Naj? I'm sorry. I'm not good with pronunciations. If you can tell me how to pronounce that in the comments, that would be great. Or the chat, whatever you want to call it. But you're 100% right, and I have not been giving you enough credit. The shots are 17-14 Bruins this period, and we have 1 goal, and Detroit has 1 goal. That doesn't sound fair to me. That just doesn't sound fair to me. We need a goal. Detroit, wow, that's a very good tip by Applicator there. 70-14 shot. I know. That's a big difference right there. That's not a small difference right there. That's 17 shots in less than 15 minutes of play. I need to take a sip of water. I'm talking a lot. So puck's at neutral zone, dumped in. Tuukka's playing it. And Grizzly turns it over on the boards. No, he doesn't. Pretty sloppy in our own zone right here. Great spin pass by Cave there. John Moore has it. Takes a low shot. Easy glove save there for Jimmy Howard. Easy, man. Easy. Having a goal of the month sweepstakes. I'm blanking. I can't think of any like extremely good goals from November. It definitely has been though. Just nothing comes to mind. Hey Jeff, I appreciate you watching this, man. I enjoy doing this, so you know, don't sweat it. But thank you for the compliment and the thanks you're giving me, because you give a lot of it, and I appreciate it. It really is fun to talk hockey. I know there's other people who also do this, so that's the thing. Like, I know there are 2 other channels I know of who stream during hockey games, so I'm glad you choose mine to watch. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, you have other options, but you choose to watch here and listen to me. So that's why I'm saying thank you. Because you definitely have other options, but you choose me. Let's see. Yeah, Lordable. You're the only one to subscribe tonight, because I'm pretty sure I started with 159, so I'd like to thank you. Donato shootout goal. I want them to win in regulation, though, because regulation overtime wins are the tiebreaker in the if we're tied with the team in our division to see who gets the higher seed. So I'd much rather have it happen before the shootout. But that Donato goal last night was a beautiful. You're my guy. Hey, you're my guy, Jeff. I appreciate that. You are my guy, too. You're my #1 viewer tonight, I'd say that much. You've commented the most, and I'm pretty sure you've been here the longest. I know my uncle's been lurking, though. I know that much, but he doesn't comment as much. But I don't blame him. Nyquist shot on net. He had a really good opportunity there because of a turnover. And he almost puts it home. But Rask with the glove. Rask has been solid tonight. I'd say the power play goal that Rask let up, he overplayed it. Yeah, that's Grizzly. He went for the body instead of the puck there, and it cost him. And Rask bailed him out there. He really did. 4 minutes, yep. 4 minutes left in the game. You can see I got the scoreboard here. It's got a mouse on it. Yeah, it was just Nyquist 1-on-1, and Rask was better there. And Detroit wins the face-off. We got 3:39. Still struggling to get out of our own zone. Torrey Krug with the puck, so you'd hopefully... Yeah, he gets it. Torrey Krug with those good first passes. Underrated aspect of the game. Krejci gets the puck. Goes through him. Thrown on Howard. Easy save for Howard there, but the deflection to the point. Who's that? That's got to be Moore. No, it's Krug. Krug! Oh, it's Moore. Numbers, man. They're wild. Yeah. Good play by Krejci, though. Turned over at the neutral zone. We got it. Got it. I could see the time before my issue, not you. Okay, so chasing the puck. Good forecheck there by Nordstrom. Puck's fumbling out. Grizzly gets it. He's down low. Wondering what time we pulled the goalie. Because you want to get some of the lesser skilled players in the wings out there, and you want to get them out there tired before you pull them. But can you is the question. These are not always afforded that luxury. Nordstrom on the forecheck again, and Bertuzzi's been out there a while. So if you can get the puck and settle in the zone, Clifton does here. And no, there's only 5 on the ice still. Turned over. Bruce is being very conservative with this, I see. Being very conservative with this. Someone just got hit hard, apparently, and is going to the bench. Alright, so we pulled the goalie now, and we're in our own zone, starting the breakout. Pasternak down the right wing. He should definitely be able to get this in. He does. It's behind the net. 25 gets it for the wings. Stopped on the boards, and that's not good. Oh, it's kept in somehow. Marchand with it. Throws it towards the net, and Howard gloves it. Howard's just been solid tonight. Howard's been solid. Lordable is updating people in the chat based on what's going on. So if you missed something I said, you can probably look at what he's saying right now, which, you know, some of you might be like, Lordable stating the obvious, but if you're not watching the game, you're following along and you missed something I'd say, it's actually helpful. So, thank you for sharing that, actually. Because you can see the time. I don't think it says empty net on my screen, so it is empty net. Timeout right now by the Bruins. 1:39 left in the third period. Needing a goal, down by 1 to Detroit in a game we should win. But we have 40 shots to 26 against Detroit. It's just been our way, but the puck luck has definitely been in Detroit's favor. Why am I 12 seconds behind? It's because of the internet art. Butch. I'm just going to call you Butch, honestly. I can't call you Art with a straight face. Because I'm streaming, you get it delayed. So by the time you see what I'm saying, you're like 10 seconds behind me or so. Like really what I say, like right now I say the. You don't hear that the until 10 seconds after I say the. It's weird, but it's how it works. It's not direct. It's not like a phone call. I don't know why though. We really need a goal here though. It would be a shame to lose this game, to be honest, because we don't deserve to. And Detroit gets it, and it's out of the zone. Cruz chasing it. Chipped on net, and it hits the side of the net. Does not go in. Larkin gets it. Krug with a great pin on the back end of that play. And right now, the Bruins are transitioning out of their zone. Pasternak with the puck through the neutral zone. Krejci takes it in, throws it to the boards. Good play by Krejci there. The Bruins don't seem to have the legs right now, which is kind of upsetting. Abdelkader, oh my! That was a big play by the Bruins player down the boards. Krejci from the point. Krug shoots it. Rocket off of Danny DeKeyser. It's somewhere out there. Chipped out of the zone by Detroit. It's not going to go for icing. 53 seconds left in the game. Leafs are winning 5-3. That's it. So this win, we really need. Oh, good pass. I think Marchand stayed on side there. He did. Throwing around the boards. Not hard enough, though. Banged off the boards. Not all the way down. 35 seconds left in our own zone still. Really need something to go our way here. And another thing doesn't go our way. And the Wings put it in the empty net for the game-winning goal. That seals it. A game the Red Wings did not deserve to win tonight. They win. Bunch of puck luck. Scrappy. 2 tipping goals off of some bullshit. Sorry to swear there. I shouldn't swear. 2 tipping goals off of sloppy, like, just out of nowhere plays that they did not really earn. You have the power play goal after the calls, which I don't even get out of Bertuzzi. Still didn't get a penalty on that. I'm not happy with how this one went, but it's not because of how we really played. It's because of how the puck went tonight. Hey, I'm just gonna say that's unless we pull off some miracle here, that's a game. If you're here and you aren't subscribed, subscribe. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like button. Put a comment in the chat with how you think the game's gone. Any thoughts of hockey, anything like that. 18 seconds left. Clifton in our own zone. Starting the breakout. Goes out of play. 12 seconds left and we got a face off. have to think that's got to be it. It's got to be it. What am I talking about? It's over. The over-under was 5.5. So I went over. Oh, you're following all these lines, aren't you? Ever since you heard Twin Rivers again gambling. Jimmy Howard, though, I will say he's earned the win tonight. I can't disagree with that. Jimmy Howard has more than earned the win tonight for the Detroit Red Wings. But at the same time, the Red Wings did not earn their goals that much, really. The power play goal they got, they didn't really deserve that power play, in my opinion. Their 2 tipping goals came out of nowhere. Stinks. And the Bruins officially lose 4-2 to the Detroit Red Wings, meaning that Detroit has won 2 of the 3 games we have played against them. 1 in a shootout, so really Detroit's 2-1-0, and we're 1-1-1, yeah, against the Red Wings this year. So, I mean, not a good result. Really not a good result, because when you outplay a team, you need to win those games. That's really not good, because we're already in the wild card spot. Krug and Howard should get MVPs. I mean, I'm not sure about Krug. I think Howard does. I think Tuukka played good. I wouldn't say MVP though. Definitely wouldn't say MVP. But his stat line tonight isn't serving him a justice of how good he actually was tonight and how solid Tuukka was. He only got beat on tip-ins and off a scrappy power play goal out in front because of numbers. If I had to give an MVP, I give the MVP to Howard on the wings. I agree with that one. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if I have a real MVP on the Bruins tonight. I mean, Krug's not a bad choice, I guess, but I don't know. He didn't stick out as anything special. Everyone had a 1-point game tonight. Krug was at a 0 ±, so I know ± isn't a good stat. Krug logged 22. John Moore. I think it's Carlo have. Carlo had 1739, so they eased him back in the lineup. I think the Bruins' injuries catching up to them. I think on the defensive end, I think a little. I think a little that they are, because they don't control the play as much as they do. Bergeron is a possession monster, and it's really hard to get the puck off him. So I'd say Bergeron is missed, and I'd say McAvoy's transition play is missed, because as good as Clifton, guys like Clifton, Grzelcyk, and Lozon have been, they don't always make the right decision, and they're solid, but they don't always make the right decision like a Bergeron would, like a Char makes good decisions often. Plus, he's hard to get around because he's 6'9". McAvoy makes great decisions for a young player. Do you like basketball? I do like basketball. I don't watch a whole ton of the regular season, though. In the playoffs with Golden State, not a big fan. College, I watch March Madness. I watch a lot of March Madness. Talk to me in March. I play fantasy basketball. I'm knowledgeable. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan, though. I'd say I'm knowledgeable. I know a decent amount. I know a decent amount about the current NBA. I follow. So, yeah. But, yeah. Any questions about the Bruins or NHL before I end the stream and all that? I want to give you guys a little extra time here before I end it, if you want, because I'm not doing anything at the moment. So, any questions at all? I see there's 8 of you still watching, so some of you must have questions about Sun you want to talk about. Anything. There's 8 of you in here right now. Is there not? I can't see right now. It says there's 8 of you, so there's got to be someone who wants to ask something. Gotta be something. No, nothing. Nothing, because if there's nothing here, you go. Who's your second favorite team? I don't really have a second favorite team. But if I had to root for someone, I guess I would probably... It would be a Western Conference team. So if the Bruins got eliminated and I had to pick a team to root for in the West, I'd have to say the San Jose Sharks. I'd have to say the San Jose Sharks because I really like Joe Thornton, and I'd really like to see Joe Thornton lift the cup because he deserves it. He definitely does deserve it. Plus, I like Couture, I like Pavelski, I like Carlson, I like Burns, I like a lot of their players individually. Will the Bruins be buyers at the trade deadline? They should be buyers. If they're not buyers for offensive talent, you're going to get a video, Jeff. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to get a video if we do not do something to address our offense. Because it is solid. Don't get me wrong. It needs to be better, and Don Sweeney has the assets to make the team better. They have prospects they can move. And this is a team you should be trying to win now because Bergeron, Chara, Marchand, Krejci are all over 30 years old, and the better years are probably not going to be as long as you'd hope. I mean, the light goes down on people's careers, so you got to optimize the window, and the window is now. I know it's really hard to win now with how good Tampa is in your division, how good Toronto is in your division. Buffalo is rising, but you can't play the long game because your key pieces aren't going to be there in the long run. Bergeron and Marchand aren't going to be as elite as they are 3 years from now as they are now. It just won't be the case. Krejci won't. Char won't be in the league, so you got to make moves now. You will get a very angry Padar video if that is not the case. It won't be a stream, guys. It will be 10 to 20 minutes of me just yelling. And I hope for your sake, if that happens, you're entertained. But at the same time, I hope I don't have to make that. The Leafs should be your second favorite team. I'll piss off Jeff with that crappy suggestion. Just playing. But the Leafs are a fun team to watch. I will never cheer for the Leafs, ever. I'm sorry. You guys have too many fans, and you guys have too many annoying ones. You guys don't need more fans. Stop asking. You're being greedy. I like Jumbo, too. I like Jumbo. They should be buyers. They should. I agree about when now. The window is closing. I agree. It is closing. You have 2 to 3 more years of having prime Bergeron, prime Krejci. I shouldn't say prime Krejci or prime Bergeron. Of having elite Bergeron, elite Krejci, and elite Marchand. Yes, you have Pastrnak for a while. Yes, you have Carlo for a while. Yes, you have McAvoy for a while. You do not have all those players along with your elite veteran players for a long time. I would cheer for the Leafs over the Canadians, I think. I think I can say that. I think something about that French atmosphere up there. I just can't cheer for it. And plus, come on, look at how many championships the not the Maple Leafs. Look at how many championships the Canadians have won. You don't want that. You don't want that fan base being woken up and bragging about another championship. Because they have not won a championship in my lifetime. I think they would be up there with annoying with Toronto. Plus, you have the whole French aspect about it. Plus, they all think they're French. They just think they're better than everyone. That's all I gotta say. Whereas the Leafs, like, they want to be better than everyone. They don't think they are. French people think they are. Those French Canadians think they are. I hate to say that about that region, but that fan base is annoying when they're good. Not a different type of annoying. The was about the Leafs being second favorite. Yeah, I had a feeling. I saw that and was like, yeah, he's laughing at that. Nah, you guys have too many fans. I wouldn't want to see a Leafs Canadians Eastern Conference final because I'd just be ripping hair out though. I'd watch it and I'd probably enjoy it. I'd hope there'd be fists being thrown, but yeah. Austin Matthews and Shea Weber dropping the glove in the playoffs. Oh, give me that. Give me that. Okay. So should the Hawks rebuild? Of course they should rebuild. They should definitely blow everything up. Trade Kane, trade Taves, keep Keith because he's old and isn't gonna get you anything. They should blow everything up. Trade everything, start over because I just think that ship sailed. I honestly have. I think you're just wasting the rest of Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves' career. And Keith's already like 1 foot out the door. I think he's gonna get into that Cronwall range real soon, where he's just serviceable, but he's not gonna win. Kane to Bruins, dude. Don't even tease me. Don't even tease me on that. That's just teasing because that's not gonna happen. Plus, what we would have to get rid of to get Kane, that's not the type of offensive acquisition I want. I want someone like a Kyle Palmieri, someone who can score. I guess it's an obscure player to bring up, but just someone who's serviceable and can score. Someone that what Rick Nash should have been. Someone who should score 25 to 30 goals a year. I don't need like an 80, 90 point player like Patrick Kane. I want like 30 goals, 30 assists. Exactly what we got out of Nathan Horton. A Brandon Saad, for example, would be a good fit in Boston. I know that's another random player. I need to think of better examples here. Because those players like Palmieri's had a great year actually, so I guess that's not a bad one. Saad's kind of down. I'm trying to think though. Who's Palmieri? I do like Palmieri, and he's not going to drive the price of a Kane. I'm trying to think. Trying to think now. Jane Schwartz would drive a little more than I'd want to pay for. I think. This is the last question I'm answering because then I'm going to end the stream because I got some stuff I need to do. Busy. But I'm trying to think. I need a good example before I can end this stream. I need a good example. A Mike Hoffman. That's the one I'm going to end with. Mike Hoffman. No, I don't really like JVR. JVR is not dynamic enough. JVR, I think, would do exactly what Rick Nash does. Sit in front of the net and shoot the puck when he gets it. I want someone a little more dynamic than that. Someone who can play Rick Nash was decent two-way, but I want a little more dynamic than a JVR. Because he just reminds me of Rick Nash 2.0 if he played in Boston. We need someone who can skate a little. I think Mike Hoffman's what I'm going to go with. He wasn't going to cost you a lot. He put up like 30 goals and 30 assists probably. That's what I'm going to say. You're one of the last ones left. So I'm going to end the stream here, Jeff, because I got stuff to do. I'm going to end the stream here if you're not Jeff too. Don't worry. It's not just ending for Jeff. It's ending for everyone here, all three of you, because everyone's vanished. Subscribe if you like my Bruins channel, if you like my coverage, etc., etc. Streams like this. Subscribe. You hit the thumbs up button so people see that you like the video and more people will watch it. They see it's liked more. Leave a comment under the video after I end the stream. That way people can see that you liked it. You know, you say good stuff. It looks good on it. And finally, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support. I've been on stream now for 3 hours and 1 minute, and that's a long time to be talking to a camera. But I do it because I like talking hockey and I like chatting with you in the comments. That's all I have for you. I'll see you next time. Peace. Good night. Take care. Have a good Saturday night, folks. How do I end this stream? Okay, end stream. Talk to you later. I'm not smooth.